Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
Be sure to leave a like on the episode, subscribe to the channel. We are just a little bit closer to that 37 million we were talking about last episode, man. We appreciate all the support. Today is the start of the NBA Cup, so we got to talk about that. We got to talk about a lot of things across basketball and the most underrated players. How do we frame today's episode? Underrated players of the season so far?
Something like that.
There's a lot to get to. We
Giannis
appreciate y'all tuning in. Oh, go ahead. Talk to me about that then.
I'm joking.
I mean, at this point.
What he does in the game don't matter.
You were so making a case for them in a duo list.
Oh, yeah. Well, because they're not a cold duo.
Oh, okay.
Let's drop the mic.
Just with all the crazy stuff that's
You
kind of
gonna
going
ask
on
him
here so
how
far.
he doing for him to ask you how you doing?
Nope. No more again.
I want to get y'all gauging, like, what's y'all grade of the season so far?
Maybe like a C+. I think it's been fun just because we love basketball so much. We've had a couple like really banger games. Like even this week we had Dallas versus Denver. That was amazing.
Yep.
We've had a few game winners, which is cool. We got some surprise performances, but I don't think it's really started. And I'm gonna be like a Adam Silver fan. I think it starts today with the NBA Cup.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of injuries have really, like, kind of just hurt the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of guys came in. Like, we haven't seen the Pelicans at full strength. We haven't seen the Sixers at full strength.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers don't have Kawhi. Like, injuries have just been something that just has piled up on us. KD is now hurt.
Yes.
So, like, every time you think we get in a little bit of a rhythm with something, it's like we get another blow, and it's like, damn.
Look, how many games, if this was an 82-game season, I'm going to read you the roster. You tell me how many games they win, okay? John Morant, Tyrese Maxey, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid is the starting five. Off the bench, DeJounte Murray, Chris Middleton, Paolo Banchero, Zion Williamson, and Chet Holmgren. Then the 11th and 12th man is Aaron Gordon and Andrew Nembhard.
I probably win 60 games.
That's the all-injury team right now. All of those dudes are out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like 7 All-NBA players or people that were fighting for All-NBA like Paolo Banchero. So the injuries have definitely piled up on us.
That's why my grade is low. It's probably like a D- for me. Like you said, a lot of the excitement is just because we love basketball, which I'm going to watch regardless and do my job and have fun and figure out things to get excited about. But, yeah, man, the injuries is really tough, man. The chat one was like the last straw for me.
That one's bad, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the reporter saying he'll return this season. That's just not exactly the type of shit I'm trying to hear right now. The Paolo Banchero one kind of came out of left field to us because he did attempt to play through it. Kevin Durant when the Suns are hot and rolling. I mean,
all these players were rolling too.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were really rolling.
Chet was having a crazy good start to the season.
it's just super unfortunate, man. And it was already kind of like I said a few episodes ago, it just felt like kind of like a 2K sim where like every day it's just somebody tweaking something. But now these are like substantial injuries. And it kind of just makes it's already tough to assess because it's so early. So we're all trying to find this balance of not panicking but not brushing things off. It's just the early part of the season. But now when you add in all the injuries, like what are the Philadelphia 76ers realistically?
We don't know.
No, I know they're digging themselves into a hole, and I know it's going to be tough to climb out of it. But still,
Jared McCain's team.
it's just a
He's
tough
so nice.
situation to be in.
You seen him last couple games? Come on,
Yeah.
man.
He's the nicest, bro.
But I feel you. I mean, if there's any silver lining, a lot of the injuries that I mentioned are supposed to be like 2-week injury, 3-week injury. The Chet one is the one that hurts the most because they're saying he's reevaluated in 8 to 10 weeks, and there's no guarantee that he's going to be ready in that certain amount of time. And
Especially
think
with
about
a hip fracture.
that, like Wiggins went right into his chest, and he did what big men are supposed to do.
Wall him up.
It was just a freak accident. Just a freak accident. And I saw some people try to figure out why there's so many injuries. And I don't know if there's a real answer to it other than just having bad luck to start the season.
Yeah, because you can't say these dudes have been like, this is like game 70 and like they coaches are running them into the ground or something like that. Like this is literally just early in the season and it's just unfortunate. Like Chet literally tried to do a wall up, but Wiggins is just probably just so much stronger than him. And he just bullied his ass and just went up and finished the
You
layup.
know what prevents the injury?
Him just letting him have a dunk.
Shea not leaving his feet on a closeout.
Oh. Yeah. There's little stuff like that that can.
I'm just talking shit. I wouldn't put that on Shea.
No, yeah.
It's hard to pinpoint a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I be feeling like our young players be so nicked up because they do play so much basketball before they even enter the league. But that's a whole different conversation.
I think the Chet one hurts the most because OKC was rolling. And they got to win last night against the Clippers. It was a fun game. But, like, they don't have anybody to really fill those shoes. I mean, J-Dub was at the 5 guarding Zubac. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
He's doing a pretty good job.
In the first half,
though.
he was. And a couple of times, Zubac just drop stepped.
Yes,
and
he did get the drop step. And I'm like, ain't much you could do about that.
So they said, Lou Dort, you get your stocky ass.
Yeah, I think at the beginning, Zubac was overthinking it. Because they was like sending fake doubles. They was making him into a passer. And then Ty Lue had to sit him. Because, like, OKC essentially forced them to play his
I feel like
way.
when there's a really big mismatch on the inside, the goal is to always get it to the big inside, but sometimes people think too much about it, too, and they overthink. And I swear they had turnovers trying to just throw it to
they had, like, 20 turnovers through 2.5 quarters.
And OKC will definitely take those because they was getting out in transition and dunking the ball.
I'm curious to see, can they do that to other teams? Like, make the opposing coach play small ball versus them keeping centers in basketball? Like, obviously, if it's the different Nuggets, Jokic might drop
can't take
70.
them out.
But, like, other teams that have a good to average center, you wonder if
they're going to force them to be a playmaker.
Yes, or just get them off the court completely. We just going to try to match their small ball. And I feel like that's the recipe to continue to lose against OKC.
Well, with Zubac, too, and his size, I thought they did a pretty good job of boxing him out and keeping a body on him because a lot of his rebounds were defensive. It's not like he was snagging on the offensive side and keeping that alive.
Shout out to Norm Powell, though.
Oh, man.
Yo, bro, he is on fire.
Yeah.
He really is.
That shot at the end of the third, falling out of bounds.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm just like, damn,
I give him a lot of credit, too, because, like, if a players were to play the way he does, it's like he catches the ball and he's gone. A lot of people would draw charges and offensive fouls like that, but he's really good at, like, getting to the paint and getting to a sweet spot with, like, a 1 or 2 dribbles.
That's why it's going to be interesting to see if this is sustainable. Because it's like, yeah, he's on a heater, but he's doing it. He's doing his damn thing.
Yeah.
He's always been a guy that could get a bucket, but he's really the addition by subtraction. I mean, he really walking into that.
And it's crazy because it kind of works for the Clippers too because he's a super good scorer, but he's not like the Kawhi type scorer. It's like we got to give him the ball instead of James Harden. Like he rocks with James Harden, and they kind of they really share the ball together.
That's his bread and butter to play off of because you don't really want him out there doing too much.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's Terrence Mann out there, Chris Dunn, Zubac is going to get his shot. There's not many people that's going to get up those shots.
Terrence Mann is such a hilarious player. Did y'all see that quote from like 2 weeks ago?
About the best, which one?
About he basically was asking people like, why do you expect me to score the ball? It's like, brother, you're an NBA player. Because he was just like, I've played with Kawhi, I've played with James, I've played with Paul. It's never really been my role to score, and none of that has really changed. And I remember Clippers fans was like, there's no Kawhi and there's no Paul George. We definitely need you to. We ain't got to have you turn into Norman Powell.
I think
what we gonna do is shoot the ball when you
watching
open.
the Clippers be so fun because Terrence Mann and Chris Dunn be like the wings, like the 3-and-D wings, and it's just like they're not the prototypical ones, but it works with James Harden. Like Chris Dunn He's like a mini Caruso, or not like a mini Caruso, a little bigger Patrick Beverly to me, the way he plays.
He's a dog, man.
Which is so crazy because I be looking at Chris Dunn, I be like, this dude was so
I think you tweeted it like maybe a week ago. He's like, you can't throw any bad passes around him.
You can't throw a single lackadaisical pass around him.
He's going to get his hands on it.
You have to pinpoint it, and you have to put the zip on it, or he's going to get in them passing lanes. And you can't be a loose dribbler either.
No.
Because he would just take it out of your hands. It's just like, damn, KD. And he's only averaging like 20 minutes per game, and he's like 2.5 steals or something crazy.
When I
like
did
that.
my Clipper series, he was that guy for us. So to see it translate into this Clipper team is so nice. He was my favorite / like heart and soul of our team in that series.
He was out of the league for 2 seasons?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then just had to find what his role was, where his niche was, and now he, at least at this rate, going to be in the league for a long time, just as a defender, and he can hit shots
Clippers,
occasionally.
If they were somehow like just selling at some point, if I was a team, I would see if I could buy low on the Chris Dunn.
I don't know if it's buying low, brother.
Yeah, I'm not
and I don't
sure.
think they're. I think they're. If
What is
anything,
his
they're going to be a
contract like?
buyer.
It's got to be a super low contract.
It was It was a multi-year for sure, but
Okay.
it wasn't like he was
I think
making
it's
a
2
lot.
year.
I think especially with them being in that
Because
arena,
of the
they're not
series.
selling. They're not selling.
Yeah,
much.
that's a good point.
No.
3
It-
years, $16 million.
It don't have anything to do with the arena. It's the fact that what do you sell and get?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think I don't look at them as a team that's probably about to go into a rebuild.
That's what
They
I'm saying
kinda
because
just
they don't have any draft capital.
Mhm.
So it's like
I mean, essentially, they highest selling piece is Kawhi. Like, if they do want to get any draft capital back, you might be able to get
how
a
much
little
draft
something,
capital are you getting for that?
depending on the team. It depends.
The good thing is they're maintaining right now. Waiting for
they
Kawhi.
are.
Yeah.
6-5 right now after last night's loss.
They be must-see TV for me.
Yeah, I don't know why,
don't
but
really
they
miss-
are. They are a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
Do you know people are
James
shooting?
Harden.
Opposing
That's why.
teams
Come on now.
are shooting 65% from the free throw line against the
The
wall.
wall.
And then other side and on the road, they're shooting 79%. So the
it's a
wall
good
is really
investment.
doing its part, which is crazy.
I seen opposing jerseys in the wall though. I thought that wasn't allowed. Come on now. Let's crack down on that.
Let's start off with Jokic. Because he is having a generational season again.
Yeah.
Where he's taken his previous seasons and built on top of it. We talked about how the team as a whole hasn't looked as great as you want, and that's kind of put Jokic in this go mode where he is unstoppable. And I mean, we've had a couple different versions of Jokic throughout his career. Once upon a time, he would have games where he just didn't want to score whatsoever. Some games, it was, again, just straight passing. And now that doesn't exist, where he's giving you 30. He's shooting 50% from three. He's basically never settling.
Yeah.
And he never was a settler to start off with. But
Yeah.
now it's like, if you have anybody on me that's not 7 foot or not strong, I am getting into his chest and I'm going straight up. And it's been a joy, man. And after the slow start, they're back to being a winner.
Yeah.
5-game winning streak.
Yeah.
This is easily. I think we needed this. Number one, well, they needed it. Number one, this is by far my favorite version of Jokic. I love the player that looks at the team and says, what are we lacking?
Mhm.
Oh, 3-point shooting, bet. Watch
50%.
this.
Yeah, three attempts a game, 50%.
Fourth quarter, the game is close against these teams that shouldn't be close with us. So to make sure we ain't losing, just give me the ball right here on the block. I'm going to back down whoever's right here, and I'm going to score the basketball. We're going to go into overtime, and we're going to win. And he is, to me, he's the best player in basketball, and it's not close.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the last few seasons it's gotten close because we've had
Yeah.
different runs and we got exciting things.
Luka was making it very interesting.
You can never rule out Giannis and Embiid and Anthony Edwards were starting to climb up, but I feel like this start has like made it to where it's clear cut. And I know a lot of Denver Nugget fans and Jokic fans gonna always act like that was the case. Like, man, we were telling y'all this, but like I like the fact that he's just being like, hey, none of these other dudes can really rock with me. And to see him be able to do it on a Nuggets team that we were super panicky about when we were overreacting, rightfully so, I think that even adds into the hype of what he's doing. And I think he's well on his way to another MVP.
Yeah.
I think this team is going to be damn near underrated when it comes to playoff basketball because there's still that potential of a hot stretch from a Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. Aaron Gordon is going to come
and
back.
Michael Porter Jr. seems like he's kind of really picking it up and finding his rhythm. And Jamal, surely but slowly, I'm sure he'll definitely get into his groove. I was surprised, especially in the OKC game, which they won, which I thought that was probably one of the biggest wins of the season right there. Russell Westbrook was amazing in that game, and that was a game they really needed him to. I thought the biggest stretch is when it was like the beginning of the fourth quarter and Jokic had subbed out. We know what's going to happen when Jokic usually sits on that bench. But the bench came, like Russell Westbrook led them, and they were able to stay into that game. And I honestly believe they might even kind of battled and got the lead during that time. But during those, like, things like that is what makes this team have, like, that still bright, like, light at the end of the tunnel. Because in that game, too, Julian Charlotte couldn't hit no shots. But down the stretch, he had a big tip dunk. I know I'm thinking of somebody else that was missing a lot of shots. Christian Braun had a lot of big plays. It's like the role players that were struggling to start it off with, they're really starting to find their rhythm.
He's arguably the second best player.
Yeah, he's been amazing. He's
And
on
I
my
think
list
that's going to be
of
the difference,
players.
too,
I
in
didn't put him
terms
on
of
the
like.
list because he was so obvious. I knew all.
I got a
three of
bunch.
y'all
I
was
got
gonna
so
have
many
in there.
names. I got some obvious ones. I got some less.
That's how I
obvious
did it
ones.
too. I went through like, literally the obvious to like maybe this player might not even be thought of.
I'm glad you said what you said, though, P, of him being number one, and there's a gap between 1 and 2, because that's exactly what it feels like, especially this season. It's like guy who wasn't top 3, Giannis, is still performing, but like struggling to catch wins, and Luka has started off slow compared to what we normally would see from him. There's really a huge gap
Yes.
that, like, for me personally, he's always been number one, even during Luka's run last season.
Yeah.
But when you or one of y'all said Luka, there was no argument against it. Like, Luka's doing what he's doing. Now, I can't see an argument for anybody else in the world as a better
on
basketball
an every
player than
night
Jokic.
basis, he don't really miss games
He
at all.
does. That's one of the best
He
things
doesn't
about
miss
Jokic.
games.
He is as durable as anybody.
Yeah, he's that big brawly. He's not gonna really jump crazy high. He's not crazy athletic, but he still get to his spots and he knows and his IQ just gets him wherever he wants to go.
Yeah. And I think I've said this before, that one of the reasons that he is so special is that his go-to shot goes in 75% of the time. Like what Pierre said, we're down by 2. Give me the ball right here. I'm going to get us this basket. That shot goes in all the time. Or like other players across basketball, Luka's step back is phenomenal. But like we've seen him step back and miss the shot. You know what I'm saying?
Was that against the Nuggets? He took that long-ass, dumbass 3 when Kyrie was on a heater?
That was the game against, that was that game. Yeah. But like that's his go-to shot, and we see it miss, let's say 60% of the time. You
That
can
shot
only be
still
40%.
got me heated. That shot.
Kyrie was on the burner. And then was that Peyton Watson that got the block on Kyrie
Yeah.
in the next possession? But
Didn't he
either
get
way,
the block on Shea? In the game
Yeah,
was
he did.
Yeah, he did get a block on
Watson
Shea.
closing out them games, man. But Jokic is just, again,
It's
been
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy to see a guy who just won 3 MVPs who's looked like he's running away with the 4th one. And like it's probably won't even be a debate on who is the runner-up unless we get some drastic turnaround. Which I think a guy like
Possible.
Luka's going to
Yeah.
turn his season around. I don't think Luka's going to play like
Absolutely.
this. He's not
Absolutely.
Shea
going
just hit his career high last night. He finally broke that 44.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been dropping
45.
44 100
Hey,
times.
talking about cheaters, he was smiling the whole night, bro. He was smiling like he was having fun. He's like, I like that. I
Yeah.
get these extra shots and shedding out here for a look.
and just they already had a crazy amount of spacing, but like there's really
But
nothing
you know,
can
that's
do
the
with it.
crazy thing. Even with all that, like they still play not a 5-out type of style. Like they'll have one dude. It could be Isaiah Joe sitting on the block or
Sometimes it's
something.
Alex Caruso. Yeah.
And it's like they're doing such a good job of like getting 2 feet into the paint and finding the open space.
Mm-hmm.
Once somebody does, it's like, how do we guard it if maybe even our smallest guy? Because I think that's part of the plan too. Having one of the smaller guards kind of sitting on that block. So when Shea or J-Dub gets to the paint, it's usually a small guy that's kind of following them out there
That's
or
what
having
Kenny
to contest
Atkinson
the
was
shot.
just saying.
What happened?
That's what Kenny Atkinson was just saying when somebody asked him about the cutting that the Cavaliers do.
Yeah.
And his point was that everybody's talking about space, but the cutting is doing something with the space and creating more space because you're doing something with it versus just standing.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was gonna
just
say,
kinda
like,
space.
I
He
like
went
that.
into more depth.
I like that
obviously.
a lot more. I like that a lot more than just like, hey, we don't got a big man, let's 5 out, kind of like the Rockets did, because 5 people standing is just, you don't want that, or 4 people standing, you just don't want that. So having the ability to kind of cut, move, create space, and kind of find and open and find open spots, it's got them threes, honestly.
That's Jokic's space too. Like they don't have a ton of great shooters out there, but their cutting is what make the space exist as well.
yeah.
Yeah, he just said hit ahead passes in the cutting, and I like it because I'm kind of tired of seeing the same offense. It's kind of get a little predictable with some teams. Some teams do really, really, really well. Obviously, Boston, Cleveland has had a good start. Love watching Jokic and them play, but there are certain possessions where you watch and you be like, for other teams, like the Mavericks one when Luka took that shot, it's like. Y'all are too. I get it, Luka. You have the privilege of doing that when you have a guy like Luka on your team. But y'all was just rolling, and that's the shot y'all got. Because y'all know big fella gonna come down and get on that block, give me the ball, and tie this game up. So I don't even know why y'all playing around.
Yeah, that's like the one team where you can't have a possession like that.
Yeah.
You can afford it against other teams, but with Big Yoke being able to get
It
down
was a
there,
game yesterday that I'm like, y'all got to be kidding me.
Which one?
Let me guess.
And this,
Because
the
all the
Bulls
games
game?
started at 7
no,
o'clock.
it's a different game. It probably wasn't even a game probably on your radar, but I wanted to see
the
this.
Sacramento versus Wemby.
It was the Pelicans Brooklyn Nets game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was especially it was down the stretch too, and the Pelicans had a lead.
Talking about Javonte Green taking the game-winning shot.
He took multiple shots, and I'm like, bro, you don't need that shot.
Well, it's because Brandon Ingram couldn't hit the side of a barn in the second half, man.
Oh man. Hey,
But literally, y'all.
speaking of BI, I know he pissed Terrence off.
Yeah.
Because he had.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
the 22 at the half, and he needed 25.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get 3 points in a second
That
half.
what was that like almost 2 bands too or something like it was
was
a
like
band.
That was a
like a
band,
band.
yeah.
But yeah, for you to be up 3.5 minutes and not be able to put up on one more point
Mm-hmm.
is insane.
But that's the epitome of what they're going through right there. They're on a 5-game
No,
losing
yeah,
streak. Like
yeah.
that team, again, why I gave it a D- is because this is an entirely different team if they're healthy. And we were all excited to see DeJounte on his new team. They was talking about Herb Jones is essentially going to be the center.
Yeah.
We was like, oh, we can't
Yeah,
wait to
that's
see.
interesting.
Even if it's a mess, it's going to be just good to see something different. That got taken away from us. And as happy as I am to see Brandon Boston be able to get some minutes and Javonte Green is always nice
Trey
with energy.
Jameson closing games.
Bro,
But it's just
remember
like,
it
bro.
was like, man, Jordan Hawkins, he getting the shine because they got people
Yes,
out. He went
He's out
down.
now.
He went down.
Yeah.
it's just again, it's hard to be excited for the shit. And I did have the game on, but I was more tuned in to the Bulls, Cavs, the San Antonio with Wemby hitting all them damn threes. As much shit as we talk, he was hitting the threes.
Because
the Clippers
Kings don't defend shit.
Yes. But yeah, I definitely had the game on. And then Cam Thomas had 7 points. I was like, man.
And one of them was the game winner.
Yeah, literally the game.
No,
winner.
he had
He had
7
7 points
but
at
then
the
he got to like 17.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that crazy ass 3-point shot that only he is gonna.
But yeah, only he would take that shot
Yeah.
too.
You know,
but hey.
he kind of has a similar thing to where, like, you know how we always say Tatum when he get on those wings. When Cam Thomas come off that screen and he going left,
That hard step back?
He's looking for that hard step back on that left wing 3.
That step back, I be thinking he gonna fuck his ankle up.
Yeah, he be.
On a dime, baby.
Getting up high on it.
Yeah, he do get up super
He
high.
has
He got
selective.
to.
He has selective explosiveness, and sometimes even when he go into the basket, he just randomly switch gears, and I'm like, damn.
Selective explosiveness. I like the way that sounds.
But what I will say, we gave some lower grades. The upside is guys get back, teams get more healthy, and random shit just start happening.
I think
Because the
that's
East don't look like the slow starts are effective like to the Bucks or 76ers too much because the third seed is 5-5.
I thought that was
Shout
going to
out
be
to the
like a good talking point too. Just like from what we've seen from Denver and just a little bit of turnaround, and they look like they could damn near come out the West or something like that. But does that give you hope for Sixers and I guess the Bucks too?
Really the Sixers because we have not seen it.
Yeah.
The Bucks, you can't rule anybody out this early, but we have to look at that and just like
I'll rule them out.
thank you. Because it's like, golly, man.
The guys that we were really excited about them picking up on minimum deals basically don't play anymore. Garrett Trent Jr. played like 12 minutes the other night. Now he's injured, I think. DeLon Wright lost his spot to Ryan Rollins. These were the people we were excited about. They got extra shooting. They got extra defenders. They're losing their spot to the young guys, which is cool. Shout out to Doc for finally deciding to try to play the young guys. But, like, this seems like a last
I'm fighting for my
effort.
job.
Yeah,
I'm fighting for
let
my
me
life.
do
out here.
something.
You know he's so stubborn on playing the young guys.
Yeah.
So
Their offense, it stinks, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause
it does.
I missed that game against Boston because we went out for my sister's birthday, and then I came home and watched it later. I only watched the fourth quarter. They were up by 3. I want to see what happened in this fourth quarter. And they were like 3 to 4 possessions where they're trying to get into their action, and by the time it was really starting, there were 6 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and Dame
like,
was
what the
having
hell?
a really bad, a rough shooting night, and I didn't know if that was a little bit of like the issue because I didn't know if Dame was like, Giannis is rolling. Maybe Giannis should be kind of like trying to take the ball and take the
Dame was taking the
initiative.
shots.
He was. They was not falling though.
No falling.
They was not falling though. So I didn't know if that played a part into it, but they had multiple possessions where it would get late in shot clock because they got into the offense late, and it would probably end in a bad shot or a turnover.
And there were defensive possessions where Dame just loses Jason Tatum. Just straight up loses him off ball. I'm like, he's ball watching. He's literally ball watching because he's not, it's on the weak side. He's not involved in the action whatsoever. Tatum just goes from the corner to the wing, just shifts his position.
What's my
And it's an
young
open
boy
3.
name?
Now, luckily, Tatum missed it twice, but like, that's not a shot you give to Jason Tatum.
Yeah, that's not championship basketball. Unfortunately, you can't have those type of mishaps in a game 7.
I just hate when I see a player have such a great performance and it's wasted. And that's what Giannis's game was.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all, but really for you. So, shout out to Wilder Adams. He's into basketball. I see him on social media. I interact with him. What's on tap NBA, right? So he was talking to Riv, and you know Riv and them they be on some hot take shit. He be really assessing. He's a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. He said this in the little clip I seen. Dame is who they portray Trae Young to be.
How so? Are they saying like?
Because
Trae-
he score, don't guard shit. He ain't really making that many much teams better. He had that conference finals run, and that's kind of really been it. But
I mean,
it kind of get overlooked because he's hit too.
He was a perennial playoff. His team was always in the playoffs too. In the
No, he
West.
was. They was.
I think that's also an achievement. I think. Nah, I feel like Trae Young.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying no to
Me
your
too,
own point.
Me too. I was like, wait, what?
No,
Let you
no.
fight
I
over
was
yourself.
about to say Trae Young. He had that one conference finals appearance, but like other than that, his team hasn't even been in the playoffs really.
I think they both have had a disservice by the front offices, regardless.
Yeah, unfortunately, also I think Atlanta is a free agent destination. I think people would want to play there.
I think in theory, but
Yeah,
just,
in
they just
theory,
have it.
I see
Yeah,
what you mean.
I'm
Like
saying-
people wouldn't mind living there.
Yeah, like it's a nightlife city.
I'm not gonna call
People-
them a free agent destination.
People
though.
go to Atlanta and part.
Who
Like
is their biggest-
Atlanta is one
Dwight?
of those cities where
Yeah,
like,
please look that up because I don't want to call them that. They are. They would be a bigger destination in
than
Portland for sure.
Yeah, I think it was hard for the front office to get guys to want to come to Portland. I think it was literally just the destination of the team. I don't think guys wanted to play there.
You think guys want to play in a lot of teams go and get talent? You think people want to play in Milwaukee?
But
Their number one free agent acquisition ever was Joe Johnson in 2005. And then they
That
have
was a good
Dan
pickup in that.
Brownfield in 1978.
and who's Portland's?
I'm still.
LaMarcus?
I'll let you know. But Dikembe at number 3, which is a big one. Moses Malone in '88. Damari Carroll in 2013, and
Oh,
then
my God.
Lou Williams in 2012.
So not the best,
Damari
but-
Carroll was a part of the playoff
Yes, he was.
team.
He was
But
player of the month once.
I think a lot of I don't want to say majority of the teams in the NBA are not free agent destinations. There's not that many just fine.
Here's
places to-
Portland, number 1 on the list.
Bill Walton.
Rod Strickland in '92. Number
Was that
2,
who?
Oh no, I'm tripping. They drafted Bill Walton. What the
Wes
fuck was that?
Matthews in 2010. Remember
Oh,
he played for
hey,
the Jazz
hey,
as a rookie.
hell
Hey,
no.
Big 3, Wesley Matthews.
Hey, shout out to you for that. That's an all-time. Shout out to you for that, and I would shake your hand for Terry Rozier top 10.
God, what a
Those
moment.
are like those moments
They
gave
don't even
us.
know the story behind that.
Those gave us
He'll be
like
top 10. I was looking at his per
history.
36.
Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Anderson is number 4. Brian
Oh.
Grant number 5. Number 6
you don't even know who Brian Grant is. Not a true Blazer
is
fan.
Ruben Patterson.
Oh yeah, hey, that's enough.
Then Andre Miller.
That's enough.
Danny Ainge.
So why
Joel
That's
Prisbilla.
my question. Why would
Oh, that's
Ruben
crazy.
Patterson be above some of those names?
I have no idea.
Is it because the max amount of the contract?
I don't know.
Because yeah, some of the, I don't know, but I was just curious. I'm not saying I agree, disagree. I really don't know, but I do know that it is very hard to figure out Dame.
If he was in his prime, this team would be the 2 seed.
Yeah, I would still say
3
in-
seed. 3 seed.
prime versus prime,
But
and
I
Trae
don't
Young
feel like
still
he-
might not be there, but Dame is a better player prime version of him.
The who?
Trae Young.
Oh well, hell yeah, Trae Young. We
Mhm.
still seeing his shit play out.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like Dame is playing awful basketball though.
It's not awful. It's just not what we want it to be. Like,
Is
I-
that
he's-
because there's an expectation? Because with the Portland Trailblazers, there was never an expectation.
No, I don't
This
know if
feels
it's
a lot
really that.
different. Well, regardless, though, the start to the season is like, I don't think anybody was thinking it's going to be this bad.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of expectation, we knew they were at least going to be a top 4
This is
seed
the
at
first
least.
time we've seen in Dame's career where the expectation is a championship run.
Mhm.
No team in Portland has ever had that.
Yeah, that's why I
Even
just
with
think-
Darrick is over here saying they got to the playoffs, where it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
that was their thing. And to accomplish that, like,
It just all happened so late in his career that it's hard to even talk about.
yeah,
Like,
that's why I'm saying it's hard to figure out Dame when we talk about him because it's like,
everybody doesn't age like Braun.
Mhm.
So, like, this season has had a lot of ups, but also obviously a lot of downs for Damian Lillard.
Talking about like older players that don't really get to the rim. Dame does not take many layups.
Mhm.
Like he will get to about 10 feet out and he'll pull up.
and I like those shots. He was
Yeah,
knocking them
he makes
shots
a lot
down
of
in
them.
the-
He makes a
Another
lot of
blow
them.
to the Pelicans. Jose Alvarado expected to miss 6 weeks due to a hamstring
Hey, bro,
injury.
That's
you can't
crazy.
make this up.
They might have us suit up. We might be able to
No,
suit up.
they need to figure out what's going on over there.
Why is this?
They need to.
Bro, this is
Wait, did
What?
did they get a new athletic trainer or whatever?
Oh,
Did
I
they
can
say
see
that?
you.
You remember
something
a lot of
around that with Zion specifically? It was a trainer or some shit.
because it'd be a lot of teams that come into a new offseason and be like, we got a new athletic trainer. Or
yeah.
a new,
You're
like,
getting
something
something
like
like that.
And
It might have been last year when they were saying this, but you definitely own to something. That doesn't sound foreign to me.
this is like a season of hell for them, bro.
Mhm.
Wow, and it's not. Let's not act like Jose Alvarado is the greatest,
But
player,
it's-
but it's
but
just
when it's-
another body.
a
Hey,
blow.
when he was your
He's a
top
rotational
player,
player.
Yeah.
he was one of your top players during your with your current roster right now and how the injuries have been.
If finna have to go get back Kira Lewis,
Do they have their own pick?
That's what I was about to
Markel
say.
Yes, they
Fultz,
do.
where you
They do.
at?
They do have it.
they got
do.
their pick.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Do they have
they
the
do.
Bucks?
They have the
pick?
Bucks
They
pick
have
as
the
well.
Bucks pick.
Yeah.
All right, Cooper Flag, get ready to learn. What does Gambit talk?
I don't
Like
know.
a French. I don't know. It's never mind.
I would not want Cooper Flag on that team.
Neither would I. His ankle was hamstrings.
9
everything.
to 10 weeks immediately.
It's just super, super unlikely. Okay, the Cavs are still undefeated, 12-0. They got to win last night against the Bulls. The Bulls fought, but we all knew. If you know the Bulls, we all knew.
Y'all did come out and fight, though. I like that.
He
But-
right, though. Because there was a game before that with the Bulls did the same shit. With the Hawks, was that?
We won that game against the Hawks.
Oh, yeah, y'all had the fourth quarter against them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're right.
But that's, it's the way the Bulls are. Good quarter, bad quarter. Bad quarter, good quarter.
And then Donovan Mitchell.
And then Donovan Mitchell, who started off with like 25 in the first half. I think he ended with 36.
36.
36. But
That's why that was plus money.
Yeah.
The Pelicans added many staff members for this upcoming season, including some people's names. They also confirmed hiring Jody Meeks and Greg Monroe. Wow.
I have not seen him on the bench.
I haven't either.
I got to zoom in.
But basically what I'm saying is, this is from the team at Omaha. They have an assistant strength coach now, an assistant athletic trainer, performance therapist. These are all new positions for them. And apparently somebody ain't doing their job. Or it's just the most unlucky franchise in the history of franchises.
Yeah, but hey, there's one bright. Brandon Ingram's been amazing.
Yeah.
So at least he can say he's holding his end of the bargain.
Yeah, But did you see what he posted on Instagram last night?
No, I didn't.
I don't know if y'all have ever seen Scarface, one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie of all time. And there's a scene where Tony Montana is in a restaurant and he's like high on cocaine and he's talking to the restaurant, but he's really talking to his girl and everybody around at the table. And he's saying, you need people like me.
Mm-hmm.
You need people like me. So you can point your finger and say, that's the bad guy. Brandon Ingram posted that last night. And I didn't know if it meant anything. I was going to wait to see if anybody else was saying anything about it. I didn't see nobody say anything.
This is on his story.
It was on his story.
Uh-huh.
You could probably go look at it right now. You're like, you need people like me. And I'm like, whoa.
I think it's funny when NBA players throw subliminals on their story. Like when Drake and DeMar DeRozan went to his story and posted the Friday clip when he was like, I got mind control over Debo.
When he say, shut the fuck up. I'll be quiet.
I'll be quiet.
But when he leave, I'll be talking again.
Like,
Oh, man.
they so funny because they just post something and everybody.
But shout out to
know
DeMar DeRozan, though, because that's the way he's supposed to handle it. He's a 6'6", multi-million-dollar NBA player who is in the middle of a game. He don't need to be over there entertaining the shit Drake was saying. And Drake has every right to feel betrayed or whatever. But as a grown-ass man, I'm not going to your job to stare.
I was going to say, yeah.
Especially if I
There
know
could have been so many other better things to do.
especially if I know you can beat my ass.
Maybe he don't feel that way.
I would put all of my life savings on DeMar DeRozan.
He's a sick. Most of us average human beings, we should believe that the 6'6" NBA player could beat our ass.
Yeah.
It's okay to say. It's okay to say. Now, if it was Jacob Gilliard, who was a little bit more smaller, then I'd say, okay, Drake, I get you. But please believe, 6'7", I'm going to be like, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Matter of fact, I'm going to see you at the club later, too.
Yeah, that's how we going to get it cracked. This ain't no one-on-one. Danny. I'm going to stand in front. You hit him upside his head for the back. Like, nah.
Back to the Cavs, though. 12-0. When will they lose, y'all think?
Let's see.
I seen they had a game against the Celtics coming up.
They do. It's like game 15, I think, or game 16 is when the Cavs.
But other than that, all them games look really
They play the
winnable for
Sixers
the Celtics.
tonight. No. Tomorrow. So that one will be Joel's not going to play in that game.
No.
Because he's playing tonight. So he's not going to play tomorrow. Unless they flip it. No. They already confirmed he's playing
It's the
tonight.
cup.
Yeah.
Like they care. They probably don't give a damn about the damn cup.
Yeah, they just care about getting healthy.
Yeah.
At least they should. Because the other night, they went to OT and Paul George didn't play it over.
Wait, who did the
Is he
Sixers
on the
play
minutes
tonight?
restriction?
But he played another overtime against the Suns and
He
stopped
did.
his bet.
The Sixers tonight have the Knicks
Okay.
Yeah.
on TNT.
Not liking some of the Paul George shots. I know you working your way in, but
Right now, he does. Maxey wasn't there, so I understood. Some
Jeremy
of them.
Kane, same man. He's
So-
also a cheeser. Jeremy
Big
Kane can't
cheeser.
stop smiling,
big
bro.
cheeser.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
Be happy.
Good looking guy.
He out there getting buckets.
Oh, that's what you mean. So they got the 76ers tomorrow. They got the Bulls again on Friday. They got the Hornets on Sunday. And then they have the Celtics on next Tuesday.
Which I kind of don't even feel confident in that because Celtics going to shoot about 53s, and the Cavs, they do a good job of getting to that paint. and capitalizing.
Should be a good game though
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
do a great job of
Is
preventing you
Giannis a
from.
kid? Is he a child?
He's not. But damn, he be acting like it sometimes.
I'm not gonna lie, I did like what he did. That shit was
me
funny.
too.
Really?
That
Yeah.
shit was funny.
I liked it too.
Even consider he hit him hard the play before.
Yeah.
Like you good? Like if some, I'm gonna be pissed too. If we hooping, Mike knock me on my ass and say you good, and then do like this when you put a hand out.
It's sports. It's sports shit.
I ain't
That's all
never
it
seen
is.
another man in sports do that before.
After he did it though, he was like, no, I'm just fucking with you.
But
And
you-
held his hand out.
Did you see Luka got Jokic with that too?
He did.
He got him with the oldest trick in the book. It wasn't like that, but it's like everybody dapping up before the game, and Luka was like, and Jokic said, smacked his lips.
Well, they low key like best friends.
Yeah, that's-
But that's what Giannis saying. Giannis saying, damn, I gave him that compliment when I called him the best player in the world.
Because Giannis does say whoever wins the Finals MVP essentially is the best player in the world that following year. So
He just needed to get it for himself once.
Hey,
that's
Hey.
Giannis's mentality.
so Giannis, what you telling me is when you're done playing, don't be on one of these. Just go off and invest in your candy businesses. Don't come up here on this side because ain't no way in hell that's what you think. No way in hell Andre Iguodala was the best player in the
2015
fucking
Iggy, man.
NBA. There's no way in hell. There's no way.
Well, maybe
in
even Giannis
hell.
will admit that was a mistake to give him that award because that was crazy. I don't feel like there's anything else to say about the Cavs. I think everything
it's
has been
really- I
said,
mean-
and they continue to do
Yeah.
the same stuff. And
I'm just
win.
excited. I want to see them keep going, keep rolling, bro. I want to see what only thing I can see coming up. Is only the Celtics.
Because
this-
after the Celtics,
this
they
is
got
what-
the Pelicans.
this is
and
what I
the
wanna say.
Raptors and-
Cavs, hear me clearly.
They can't play with their food. Though.
Lose.
Lose.
Get it out the way. Don't make this
No.
first part of the season stressing yourself out about having because you're not going to be perfect. Once that first loss get out, they'll be able to relax because
No,
it's a big
keep-
picture thing.
Yeah.
Keep stepping
And I
on
wonder
that.
It's a
if it's-
big, it's
Keep
a big
coming
picture.
out there, bro.
It's a,
I wonder if it's
Why
even more of
wouldn't
like
they?
a
You essentially just saying go lose.
that's not what I said.
You did. You literally said go lose and get the loss out the way.
you did say that.
No,
too.
but I mean, I thought I was up here with 3 other adult men who had brains that could
But
process
it's not like they're.
things.
I know what you're saying, but also at the same time, it's like, go ahead, keep going on. 'cause-
Definitely go out and hoop.
right.
But like they don't have to break their necks to try to keep
But even
a-
then,
a
I don't think they
record.
have.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I don't think they have either. But I know that there is going to be a certain point where it's going to get a little exhausting, and it's like their big picture is to go and do this in the playoffs and beat this team. Obviously, I'm not saying, hey, let the Pelicans beat you. Why the fuck would I ever say something?
They've had a
like that?
couple like just big comeback wins too.
But
so I
is
just
this
know
shit
that
like,
they,
big
you know,
like game winning shots.
yeah, they
basically.
feel like they can win everything, and they should
And
feel
they
like they
should
can
feel
win
it,
every
yeah.
game.
But
When
it's
you-
like,
when
don't
you
make your
winning-
season about that because
I feel what you mean. It's more so like, and
We've
it could
seen
be
too many
more
teams
so
do
about
it.
like an outside thing because we're never like actually in the locker room. But it's just like the elephant gets bigger in the room when it's with the win streak getting bigger too.
absolutely.
When they were
Yeah,
like
we-
7-0, Donovan Mitchell said that like this, it's cool to be on the streak, but it's not.
Yeah.
This is not what we play.
Because at the end
basketball
of the day, and fans might make it bigger than what it is, but that loss don't mean nothing. Once they lose,
Exactly.
it doesn't mean anything. They don't take
you
away
said
nothing.
exactly what I was saying though. This is
Yeah.
going to be
They're gonna lose to the Bulls.
an ever-growing elephant in the room. And if they lost to if they would have lost to the Bulls last night,
It doesn't
that would have
change
been okay.
anything. Yeah, it
that
doesn't
would have been
change
fine.
anything.
But they were able to come back and win. You do that, Darrick. I'm not saying to go and just shoot from half court every time. I didn't know I had to really dive
Get the
into
loss
what I,
over with.
what I
You know
meant.
what? We're going to roll out the third unit.
Ty Jerome, 30 shots tonight, boy.
He might
Still
hit
might
them
win.
all.
Yeah.
They were asking on Twitter, is he the best backup point guard in basketball?
I don't know. Peyton Pritchard trying to make a case for it,
Pritchard was
too.
the first
DJ
name.
McConnell
Peyton
was
Pritchard
still
trying to
there.
make a case.
Yeah, he's not the best backup at.
He's getting better. I mean, he's in that conversation, I think, just to start the year at least. I mean, you got to do it for a little bit longer than 12 games to get
for
that.
sure.
Um,
He's the best 10th man for sure though, or 8th man.
Did you see
whatever.
that Drew Holiday interview where he
Which
said
one?
they have a drill that's called Stop Payton, with their whole job as Drew Holiday, Derek White, all the other players on basketball is to stop Payton Pritchard from scoring the basketball, and they say they fail more than they win.
Bro, he's a real bucket.
That
And
makes that blows my
honestly,
mind.
he's been one of the most exciting players to watch this season. And I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's like just knowing that he's about 6 foot 6'1", and the shots that he takes is like, it's really like effort shots, but they really go in all like a majority of the time. So it's kind of crazy.
Not surprised. I mean, you're kind of surprised because it's Drew Holiday,
Right.
Yeah.
but to hear it is not surprising because of how much he let us know he worked on his game. Like, I'm actually super happy for him, and I hope it continues and it's not just like a hot start because Payton Pritchard, for like youth basketball players that want to get better, I think he's a really good example in everything that he's kind of talked about early in his career when he was not playing like he thought he should. He's looking like he was right when he was saying, man, I might have to request a trade because I deserve to hoop. I put in the work. When he gets garbage time minutes, him going out and say, man, I treat the garbage time minutes like it's the real game, so I'm prepared because I work too damn hard. That's all the right shit to say. But his shit is looking like he was not lying, and it's paying off, he stayed down.
Name
and
another
himself.
player that they'll literally sub in to try to get him a end of the quarter buzzer beater, just because it's like his specialty shot.
That's like he's standing on those principles that he said, and I think it's good for youth basketball, and I think it's good for the older prospects that's going to come into the NBA from college, like he was. And carve out that role for yourselves because it ain't always going to be like day one. He wasn't, a guy that was day one. He had to earn it, and he sat through. It was tough for him. He stayed committed, though, and he essentially bet on himself.
Another good example.
In a different way. Bet on yourself is usually going to a different
where you
team.
really do got to zone in on a specialty, whether it be defense, three-point shooting, scoring, or whatever. Like, he really came in as like a mini spark plug. Like, before he was kind of like the sixth man, and like during that garbage time, it's like, we going to put him in, and he just going to get shots up. And it honestly just turned into what he does best and what he could do on the court. And it's getting him 15 points a game. So it's really cool. It's cool to see.
Shout out to Payton Pritchard.
It's like getting to 6 minutes, and you get to 9 minutes, and you get to 20 minutes or whatever. It's just, it keeps going up.
Anthony Edwards is.
Also.
Look at his PPG. Just
keep going up.
Keep going up, yeah.
It's like, damn.
That's the same thing with everybody that's on the Knicks right now.
You ain't going to have anybody that just.
Yeah.
What you mean?
They
had a 6-man rotation the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And Mikal Bridges playing a career high in minutes.
Yeah. I just hope that the streak don't end, man.
The crazy thing is, though, real shit, that 6-man rotation ain't no other nice shit. That's finna be what it is.
It probably would be.
That shit just don't even sound
Doesn't make any
reasonable
sense, man.
to be in game 10 with a 6-man rotation.
I agree. I just don't know who he should be playing.
I just feel like he has to trust more people.
Porty is the guy that I'm vouching for.
That's the same guy I'm vouching for.
That's the guy I'm vouching for extremely hard. Outside of that, though, so
there's so many teams in basketball that don't have also crazy depth but have to play. Like in the Pacers game, Quinn Jackson played. Enrique Freeman is playing minutes just because there's no Nembhard, there's no Aaron Nesmith, there's no backup center. So they need just bodies. And those dudes are playing 6 minutes here, 7 minutes here. It's not like they're playing 40, but it just alleviates some of the pressure on a Turner, on a Pascal, so they don't also have to play 40 minutes.
No, I definitely agree. I was just speaking from knowing who he is and what he's about.
Yeah.
But if it was me, Tyler Kolak would be playing because he hasn't shown me he shouldn't be playing. Huck Porty would play. And, yeah, that was a conversation I meant to bring up on the show. But I'll save to when we do our thing.
Cool. All right. When we come back from this break, we're going to try to predict the NBA Cup, and then we're going to get into the most underrated players of the season so far.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
So it's a very, very simple game, y'all. I'm going to read y'all the groups for the NBA Cup, and y'all tell me who y'all got coming out of each group, okay? There's also a wild card spot, so if you feel like there's a pool between 2 different people in a certain group, you can pick both because there's a chance that team also may make it. But you only get 1 wild card. Are we ready?
Let's get it.
In the Eastern Conference, Group A is the New York Knicks, Orlando Magic, Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets, and the Charlotte Hornets.
Bro, the Hornets might pull that out. I ain't gonna lie.
They had to win basketball games.
I might go Brooklyn Nets on this.
I'm going to go my Knicks. Not to be biased, but when I think about our biggest weaknesses is the defensive side of the basketball. I think we can hold our own with some of those teams.
I'm actually surprised y'all went with anybody other than the Knicks. This is a cupcake-ass
I
group.
agree.
Especially-
But the one thing that made me hesitant is that Embiid is playing in the Cup, and if they look, just him can change. But
Yeah,
they
he
also
really
don't
can.
have Maxey and whatnot, but Jared McCain is hooping. But, Yeah, the Hornets. I like the Hornets. They're exciting, but
They also just have to,
They have
like,
to
you
go-
have to win the games, and you
Yeah.
have to win by good margin in order to be
Yeah.
one of the top teams.
the biggest teams that worry me is the teams that the offense is that potent, or they can stop us. The Hornets, even if we can't stop LaMelo,
They
defensively,
not stopping.
they
y'all.
not stopping Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
And like neither is the Brooklyn Nets. I don't think. I have to see. The Sixers are gonna show us tonight what they about. It's hard because Embiid's first game, but
and no Maxey, so
and then the Magic, they don't have like. Come on now, they are in a 2-game winning streak. Give them credit. Shout out. Win as much as you can. But I think I like us in that.
No
matchup.
Paulo. It's kind of hard to
for sure.
to fear you.
Yeah.
and Thibodeau again is also running playoff rotation anyway. So no bad players touch the floor. Like, I like the Knicks in this group. Okay. Group B, Milwaukee Bucks, Indiana Pacers, Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors, and Detroit Pistons.
Name it one more time.
Bucks, Pacers, Heat, Raptors, Pistons.
The Pacers came out of this last year. I'm kind of leaning towards picking them again, and they actually are playing good basketball. Hallie's starting to get it going offensively, so I'm leaning towards the Pacers.
Could this be with the Bucks? Oh,
It could be.
It could be.
There's a world.
That's
be
why
the
I'm
one
over
that-
here thinking because
That
I
they
felt
turn
the
it
same way.
around. Because I mean, they could put up points.
Mhm.
They could put up points. It's
Can they stop anybody though?
Bad shooting nights from some of these teams.
And then Dame's in concussion protocol.
She sure
I
is.
think they. Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know how long. I don't
Forgot
know
about
how
that.
long concussion protocol is.
Well, I
for
thought
NBA.
they said I honestly thought they said we'd be ready by like Wednesday, so I don't even know if he'll be able to play.
Forgot about concussion protocol. Did that happen on a certain play?
I have no idea. Me and Darrick
Oh.
was in a party and we just got the alert. I'm
Yeah.
like, I told him, Darrick, like, huh? I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the hell.
I don't remember seeing him getting hit or anything.
So it's the
Yeah, he's out for the NBA Cup opener. So
Okay.
Pacers, Bucks, Pistons.
Raptors, Heat.
the
Raptors.
Pistons are a sneaky team in him, man.
They are.
They have been hooping.
mhm.
So I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
be
go Pacers. I'm gonna go to Indiana
Yeah.
Pacers. I'm going Pacers.
I will go Pacers in this one
I'm
too.
going Pacers.
Group C, Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks, Washington Wizards.
See, man, it's so top heavy on this one.
I
bro.
But then
Probably-
again, remember, we get a wild card. So we could say Boston and
Boston,
Cleveland.
Cavs.
yeah, both of them are probably making it out.
Because Boston putting up them points.
Yeah.
They putting up points.
I don't see Atlanta, Chicago, or Washington winning against those top two teams. I mean,
At
they're going
all.
to beat each other. But when they go against the Celtics or the Cavs, those are
You don't
losses.
Yeah, those, yeah,
So probably those two are wild card teams.
yeah.
Or one of them is a winner and the other team's a wild card. Okay. Out west, we got, because I feel like the Cup always going to have some type of surprise. And I don't know if we picked the surprise there.
We
just
have
yet.
not. We have
Um,
not.
Well, I picked Brooklyn.
I picked the Hornets.
You did pick Brooklyn. You did pick the Hornets. Yeah. I
Wait,
forgot
did you
about
pick the Hornets?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just mentioned them. Okay.
No,
Would
I'm
y'all
picking
like
the
to
Hornets.
put some money on these cups?
that.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
All right. Group
making
A
sure.
for out west is Minnesota Timberwolves, LA Clippers, Sacramento Kings, Houston Rockets, and the Portland Trailblazers.
I'm picking the Houston Rockets.
That's not a bad pick.
You know, this is a very talented pool, but I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Give me
I'll go
Houston.
Minnesota too. It was closely with the Kings though.
I'll take Sacramento just so we all have a different team.
The Rockets are a very good team. To
That was the
pick here,
first
though.
team I thought about for
You
sure.
know, I did too, but he picked them, and I was like, I'm gonna just go. With
I like
Lillard.
Rockets too because they could defend while putting
Yeah.
up the points.
And we're going to get to underrated players, but they got two underrated players.
Oh,
on
yes, they do.
On my list, at least.
I got
one
somebody
on
on
my
my list too. Oh damn.
My nephew.
Oh damn, I had him too.
I real life had them too.
Group B, we got the Thunder, the Suns, the Lakers, the Jazz, and the Spurs.
Who's the first thing?
Hey,
The Thunder.
they're gonna
That's-
win.
yeah.
The Spurs are a team that is like,
That Vassell back.
yeah, off the bench.
I'm taking the Thunder.
I wonder how long.
Ain't no
they keep
team
on
mess with
coming
the
off
Thunder in
bench.
that
I'm
group.
taking the Spurs.
What about Anthony Davis
I'm
versus
taking
them? They got no bigs.
I'm taking the Spurs.
I don't know,
And
man.
you know
they
y'all
say
wanted
he
the
can't
Cup
see out
last
his
year?
left eye right
Oh, I
now.
forgot about.
They
Damn.
say he can't see out his
he
left
gotta go see
eye.
an eye specialist.
Oh my
he
God.
going
Who
today.
did that? Tim Pirtle? Was it Jakob Pirtle? I'm pretty sure
think
it's Jakob
so.
Pirtle.
I'm taking the Spurs, man.
Forgot about that.
No
you said the
center.
Lakers are in this pool, right?
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
no center. Hey man,
yeah.
Wemby, you better get your ass on that damn block, brother.
Lou Dort not letting him get
Shit.
into the paint.
You right.
Yeah,
You're right.
right.
But
I'm gonna go
still,
Thunder. I'm
you
gonna
better
go
score on
Thunder.
their ass, Wemby. I'm taking you, Wemby.
Uh,
Pause. I'm taking the Spurs.
I would love to pick the Suns here, but no Kevin Durant. It's really tough. Shout out to Book and Beal, but I gotta go Thunder too.
That shit blew me, bro.
The Kevin
Like,
Durant
that
stuff.
shit, yeah, that shit. I was like, damn, bro.
They just keep
hot.
taking
They was
away from us.
8-1. It was.
These injuries also don't happen on the court. A game go
They
off.
didn't get hurt on the court.
No.
Yes and no. Like it happened on the court, but he played through it. And
I'm
then it was
saying
like,
like, you know how somebody hurt their ankle. Like when Jalen Duren hurt his ankle,
Yeah,
we
we
visually
could
saw
see
him
it.
leave and like, oh, damn, we knew he was hurt.
Mhm.
Some of these guys finish the game,
that's what Zion did.
think nothing of it, and you get the report the next day, and it's like, holy shit.
Zion got injured. He checked himself out, went to the back, then came back. I'm like, oh, okay, he cool. And then the next day, they said he was out. So that adrenaline, man.
Yeah.
Keep you going.
Remember Klay Thompson shot them free throws on a torn ACL.
And he's back against the Warriors tonight. So that's okay.
Oh,
that's gonna be a fun
must
game.
Last
watch
group,
TV.
right
He
here.
don't keep in touch with them though.
Yeah, that made me kind of sad. I ain't gonna
For
lie.
real, fuck them.
He said he got a job to do. He locked in at work.
Yeah, but
You don't talk to Anwar, do you?
Anwar was never like my homie for 10 years though.
But you saw him
You don't
twice
talk
a
to
week.
Drew
That
Money?
wasn't
Twice a week for a year and a
You don't
half.
talk
They
to
was
Sam
more than
Gilbert?
homies, KB. That was a brotherhood.
Right, yeah.
That's a brotherhood.
Think about all the travel. You remember
don't
when they
talk
was
to
doing the
Tyler
AAU
Hall?
pictures? I do talk to. Well, I did wish him a happy Veterans Day. Shout out to Ty. But you remember the AAU picture they sent on the bleachers when they like little kids?
Yep.
Like that's like real. That's
Yeah.
brotherhood.
The
So,
AAU picture. Hell no.
that's what it looked like. 'Cause
It does
Steph
look
had
like that.
no facial
They was
hair at all.
young as a motherfucker.
All right, last group. Denver Nuggets, Dallas Mavericks, New Orleans Pelicans, Golden State Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies.
Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, Denver.
Jokic is just playing too good right now for me to even bet against him right now.
I'm not mad at that.
I couldn't.
What was the two last teams you said? Grizzlies and who?
Warriors.
Warriors.
This seems like the most talented pool we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's like 4 real playoff teams.
The West is just talented because you said this multiple times now. It's the most talented pool. You said that about the Rockets and Lakers were.
oh shit.
Uh,
I'm going to go Warriors with this one.
I fake wanted to go Warriors. I'm going Grizzlies. I'm going Memphis Grizzlies, man.
Scottie
going-
Pippen Jr.?
I'm going Memphis Grizzlies, man. I'm going
going-
Memphis
I'm
Grizzlies.
going
Oh,
the
I'm
Warriors.
forgetting about Ja Morant.
Yaz week to week
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
with a hip injury.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
yeah. At first, I thought he set out just for like injury management for his shoulder because he tore his labrum.
Mhm.
And then when I saw his hip, I was like, oh, this is a new injury.
I'm not
He
going
had a
Grizzlies.
dislocated hip at 23 years old.
I'm going.
That shit doesn't even sound.
Yeah, he went up for an alley-oop and came down wrong, basically. Like, damn.
I'm sorry. It's going to annoy you. One more time. The Mavericks, the Nuggets.
The Mavericks, the Nuggets, the Pelicans, the Warriors, the Grizzlies.
Actually, I'm gonna go Mavericks.
Warriors
I'm
are
gonna
really
go
good pick.
Mavericks.
Warriors is a
The
good pick.
Pelicans finna get their ass spanked.
They are.
Brandon Boston Jr. Get ready for that 42 minutes.
Bro, he looks so much like Brandon Ingram on
It's
the
a
court.
great.
He does.
It's a great opportunity for him though.
What do you mean he looks so more like?
They
He-
thin, light
They
skin with
thin,
braids.
light-skinned braids,
Oh.
and they shoot mid-range jump shots damn near exclusively. It's like, what are they doing together?
Give me. Damn, man.
I know.
I'll just stick it out with the. No, I won't. Give me
With
the-
no job, the
Give
Grizzlies.
me the Nuggets. Give me the Nuggets.
Some of these Cup games today are not very interesting, though.
The
like-
last few nights of basketball ain't been as interesting
Hornets
unless a
Magic.
team make it that way.
Hornets Magic can be cool, but it's
I'm
not
always
like,
tuning into them.
you know, Heat versus Pistons.
K triple double. Put it down.
Shout out to K for the triple double.
Motorcade.
Hawks Celtics.
That game has boom or
Hey,
bust.
Yes.
Like it literally has boom or bust.
Do y'all remember last year?
player?
Last year or last game with them?
It's like Trae Young dealing with a back injury.
Oh, then that game is definitely a bust then.
Last game, the Hawks
Can't
versus
keep
Celtics
track.
probably one of the worst games of the season. I feel
remember
like the Hawks
DeJounte
gave up in
Gay
the
has
first
44
quarter.
on like 40 shots.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's-
Last time when the Celtics played against Atlanta back-to-back, Atlanta won both games.
Yeah,
and
this
that one of them was that game.
this article says Hawks extremely shorthanded versus Celtics in NBA Cup game.
Oh.
Atlanta will be without several key players due to injuries. Star guard, not his back, it's his Achilles tendonitis. Trae Young is ruled out. Bogdan is out. Kobe Buffkin out. DeAndre Hunter out. Vic Krejci is not.
Vic Krejci.
So, yeah, guys.
So it's Dyson Daniels for 20 points
Dyson
and
Daniels,
8 steals.
Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella. Larry Nance.
Oh yeah, Larry Nance, the closer.
What's your boy? Keaton Wallace.
Keaton Wallace had a couple big plays
um,
against the Bulls a couple nights ago. Oh, wow.
Nice.
I didn't
Zachary
realize-
Ricochet.
This lets you know how much I
Richard
knew
Shea.
about him. I didn't know he was left-handed.
Oh, you bogus as hell because we
I know.
literally watched him in Summer League. You need your
Didn't pay
ass
attention.
whooped.
That was the first place I seen him with Summer League. Yeah.
All right.
I wish
Yeah.
his brother happy birthday.
Funny.
He responded.
Pistons
real.
have some potential to be a good
Yeah,
game
for sure.
tonight.
sure.
What else looks? The Magic Hornets has potential to be fun. I don't think it has the star power without Paolo, but other than that,
They got LaMelo.
yeah,
He ain't a big name yet. He got to get to the Clippers.
that shit was crazy.
Is the Bucks beating the Raptors?
Oh,
I
Dallas.
want to say yes, but
The Raptors seem to
Yeah.
like they hang in there all game.
Yes, they
till
do.
Who they
the
playing?
the
Bucks.
Bucks play the Raptors.
They beating their ass.
The
But
Raptors hang in there
but
all game.
The
until
Raptors, the Raptors do their thing. Grady Dick is a
Yeah.
bucket.
yes, he
Now,
is.
let me dial back. He can score the basketball.
I was about to-
No, give him the bucket
I
name.
got to give him bucket over the course of time.
Okay.
I can't. You don't get bucket for 10 games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I think you get bucket when you shoot 30 for 53 from mid-range jump shots on the season. Because that's what he's doing.
you
right
got a
now.
good point.
Dallas Warriors.
Raptor fans are
Dallas
saying they
Warriors
got their
gonna be
Devin
fun.
Booker.
Okay.
See that's all I'm saying with the bucket shit.
Got that
I don't
Devin
have no
Booker.
problem calling the bucket. Let me just see it for a full season. That's all. Cam Thomas had to show me
respectable.
for a full season. No, he didn't, because everywhere he went before that he was a bucket.
Yeah,
I didn't know Grady Dick was a bucket. I thought Grady Dick was a shooter.
he's
So,
showing you different.
He's showing me different. I
Yeah,
like to.
He improved
I
his
like-
game.
I like to learn. But I don't watch too much Kansas. I fucking hate Rock Chalk. But invite me to a game.
Let's get into some underrated players.
I've been
on
waiting
the
for this
season.
shit here, man.
I got a lot. I got some pretty obvious ones. I got some ones that, you know what I'm saying, maybe nobody's thought about.
I want to see that list. Oh, you.
I got this guy right here, Fran Brown from Syracuse.
I don't deserve soap is the craziest shit I ever heard. Put the context.
Syracuse head coach Fran Brown doesn't shower after a loss. I don't deserve soap. Winners get washed.
That's crazy.
Stinky ass.
So he be standing on that sideline sweaty as hell and go home and get in
he
bed.
watched the video, like, obviously in mute. He looks dead ass serious.
He laughing like he forgot what he said a couple days ago.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Go ahead,
Y'all
Mike.
crazy.
We crazy? Why do
Yes.
you keep saying that?
Because y'all are so crazy.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the full
Y'all,
context.
y'all
was.
are taking my words and making it way too literal.
I'm definitely
We had
doing it to
multiple-
you
it
because
wasn't
that's
even-
what you just did to me with the Cavs. I said, man, they gone with that.
It
loss
wasn't
out the
even.
way.
I think I was streaming
Why would you say they
too.
should lose on purpose?
I was streaming too, and it's not like it was just us listening to the conversation. Like
Are you streaming?
Oh,
pretty-
shit.
No, I didn't even know he was streaming.
it was either I was streaming or there was multiple people like in the
There
Discord
was a
that
lot of
heard
people
you,
in the Discord. Yeah.
and they heard what you said. And they
Yeah,
was like,
Reese was in there like, what the fuck?
yeah. So it wasn't just us like twisting your words.
What's
It's
the
literally what you
context?
said.
I
I
was
don't
talking
remember
about
the.
Jamar Chase and how you don't take showers at the games or some shit like that. And I was like, that's
a rumor
yeah.
that Terrence was, Terrence.
I didn't know if that was confirmed or not, but I was like,
Apparently, some girl said that about him. So we don't
Yeah.
really want to act like this is a true statement. He came out and said.
When you get 257 yards, you can do what the fuck you want.
and I was like, that's crazy because when you play football, it's a necessity to shower every day.
And it made it sound like that if you weren't a football player, you was okay with not washing your ass because washing your ass is a necessity
That's
whether
regardless.
you play football or you play the violin.
If you play chess,
you should be washing your
And
ass.
then I was just like, y'all acting like y'all ain't never just been like, yeah, I'll take a shower tomorrow or take a shower in the morning or something. You just went to bed. But y'all took it as if I'm just walking
No,
around here
that's not what you
dirty
said.
ass.
You said necessity.
Yes, because
A necessity. It's the necessity without playing any football.
But when you play,
I've never played
when you
football.
play football, you got on those dirty ass pads. You got on like your equipment stink. Like you gotta get that shit. You gotta take a shower every day.
You have to do
But
that
you gotta do
without
that
being a
regardless.
football player. You should be taking, if there's 365 days, 360, you should be making sure you're getting in that water.
Yeah,
Don't tell me you do it for 265. You missing 100 days.
because you don't play football.
You talking about y'all
100
act,
days would be so
y'all,
crazy.
but that's how you say y'all act like y'all don't miss a day. After day is up, it's probably 3 out of the. You acting like
But dude, like some days you get multiple showers
Mhm.
yeah.
just because you was a little
You
bit
was
more
at the
active
gym,
that
or
day.
you was- yeah.
that's mostly a summer day. I don't want anybody in here acting like they taking 2 showers in a winter.
I do occasionally, depending
Oh,
on what.
okay.
Like when I film videos, I get like swampy,
Mhm.
so I take a shower after I film. And sometimes I film in the morning, sometimes I film at night. So that's a 2-shower day.
If I'm in Vegas, I usually take 2 showers a day.
That 3 days he has in Vegas every year.
That's another thing.
That's 2 days.
That's
Bro,
another
yeah, it'd be
thing,
like
though.
100 some degrees.
Because like
there.
when you go out during the beginning of the day, it be hot as hell. So like
super
you
hot,
get a little
yeah.
sweaty. So now you get
It
back
was
to
just
the
funny
hotel.
that you
chill.
specified that place like you be there all the time. It's really 3 days a year.
Yeah. And one of those days, you damn sure should take a shower because it's a dirty ass place we go to.
Yeah, true.
But no, There's other things that make you take 2 showers that I'll keep to myself, but
I'm not aware of those things.
how you got a daughter?
Immaculate conception, baby.
Underrated
He
players.
got it from the Pelican or the Swan.
No.
Whatever.
The stork, Mike.
The stork, yeah.
What did he say?
I never got the
Pelican.
story right.
Yeah, your mom just told you the real deal immediately. There was no fictional story about it. All right, underrated players. Talk to me. Somebody throw a name out there.
Yabusele.
Gershon Yabusele is also on my list.
He's been amazing, and the shooting from overseas is translated. Like he's shooting over 43%, and he's being aggressive defensively. He's being aggressive offensively. He's doing all the little intricate things that you would like to see from him on the basketball court, which you saw him doing in the Olympics. And then he literally just brought it over here, and it's all like the 3-point shooting. We didn't think it would translate because the 3-point line is different feet. So, and he's doing it. Shit, he's saying I'm still that player.
I don't know if I said it in a party or on here. That's who you should be modeling your game after.
You did say that in the Discord.
The Discord.
He big, physical, play dirty work.
I like how he hit that one half-court shot, just like he just
Oh
threw
yeah,
it.
bro!
Yeah.
When he shot him in the half, he shot
they
like
was-
he
nonchalant.
He
They
shot
was
like
down.
he do this shit, and
Yeah.
They
he
was
turned
down,
around and
so he
walked to the
turned
What was
bench.
that against?
That was
The
against.
Hornets?
It was I don't know. It was within the last 2 games though.
I don't remember.
I
I'm
think
gonna
it
go
was
look.
within the last.
But
2
he hit it
games.
and he walked to the bench with that stale face.
I
Cause
think it was
yeah.
against the Hornets. I think because LaMelo hit the corner 3 late in that game to tie it up, or so. I can't remember, but I think it was the Hornets. But yeah, I think you should model your game after him. And I don't think it's too hard because we don't really hoop that
I was
much.
about to say,
It's
don't
hard
hoop
to
at
model.
all,
It's
shit.
hard to model your game after Anthony Davis. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I would have to go put in a lot of reps.
Yeah,
to be
Baselli, you
BAB.
should be good, man.
Gershon's like, so far it seems like he's the perfect like
Role
rotational player for a playoff push.
Yeah, I don't think he's falling out of that Nick Nurse rotation unless all of a sudden his shot just falls off the cliff and he's like
Really
shooting
good
12%.
signing for them, man.
Yeah,
Hopefully
no.
more teams follow suit. We've seen a lot of guys pop off in the Olympics and it just be that. Like, oh, that was a good guy in the Olympics. Like, no,
I think
go
it
sign
also.
his
I think it
ass.
depends on the mold because like a guy like Rondé Hollis Jefferson, he over there looking like the dude,
baby
baby Kobe.
Baby Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe,
he over-
yeah.
Like if I'm a team, I'm looking at that and I'm saying,
How do you translate it to the team?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him the ball and let everybody clear out and let him rock out.
Absolutely.
But Yabusele, he was defending good. He dunked on Braun. He almost had he was doing all the other things that was like, oh yeah, we could use this. He could-
So, who's the worst team in the NBA?
the
Utah Jazz.
Utah Jazz.
Bring in Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Just fuck it. Try.
Yeah.
If he looks like Kobe over here too, you got something. They can afford to give him that opportunity.
Yeah,
for 5
then
games.
now you're looking at you like we got Rondé Hollis Jefferson, we got Laurie Marketing, we decent.
Hell no.
We're like a playoff team because Rondé just come in, Mamba mentality, a rattlesnake mentality. Fuck you type of. You go, KB.
Like I said, I do have some obvious ones. I mentioned them earlier. Christian Braun has
Yep.
been amazing, providing the rim pressure that they need, cutting off Jokic. Similar to like a Aaron Gordon, how Aaron Gordon was a perfect role player. Now, obviously, you would prefer if Christian Braun shot more threes, but like for what it's worth, he's been phenomenal this season.
I think he's one of the like most underrated probably finishers in the league.
Mhm.
Oh,
Obviously can defend.
He's shooting
And
like
then it's like-
67%.
He's one of
from
the players
the
that
rim right
knows where to be like in the
Yep.
right place, right time type. And I
Yep.
think any team that has that, it just gives you the benefit of the doubt.
So that's one of my obvious ones.
He's not letting the lack of shooting affect him. He's
Oh,
still
hey,
making-
Chris Paul, underrated so far this season.
he stepped it up.
because he found his shot.
Yes,
He
he is
couldn't shoot.
exclusively a 3-point shooter now. He doesn't take mid ranges anymore. And do y'all want to know how 100%? Obviously, what percentage of Chris Paul shots come at the rim at the age of 38?
0.
5%. And guess what? Breakaway layups. That is not coming in the half court
How the
whatsoever.
hell his slow ass getting a breakaway layup?
He still got a little bit of quickness to him.
Leaking. No, I'm just joking. He ain't never gonna leak because you know he want that ball outlet.
Yeah.
Come
But
on.
It's just cool to see Chris Paul at this 08. I don't know how many years he got left, but my goal is still providing positive. to
Well,
his
if you
team.
could shoot the 3 ball, you're going to extend your career. If he can continue to shoot it this way, then teams are going to want him.
This is the only player of
Until
his.
teams start to go under. I mean, go over the screen because now they're exclusive going under him.
I'm gonna give this guy some love. I'm pissed off that he had such a big performance the other night because I was actually gonna do a video on him, but I felt like the performance was gonna make everybody be like, "Oh man, he's been having a hell of a season." It's Kyrie Irving. Kyrie doing his thing, in a lot of different ways. I'm just surprised that it ain't being more talked about on a big level because we're in a era where everybody loves analytics, and analytically he's killing the game with efficiency and everything like that. Lowest usage rate of his career.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lower usage rate than R.J. Barrett, Kevin Porter Jr., and Jaden Ivey, just to name a few.
At one point, Kevin Porter Jr. was leading the league in usage rate.
Like,
Bro, Kevin Porter
off the
Jr. makes me
bench.
mad watching him.
Yeah.
He's a frustrating player.
Yeah, he is.
He's 14th in scoring, Kyrie Irving.
As a second option.
Slashing numbers are 53, 55, 86. Career low in turnovers. Career high in effective field goal percentage and true shooting. Points per shot attempt, 133. 87 percentile. 75% from corner threes, 51% from non-corner threes. His steal percentage is 81st percentile. I mean, he's just doing this thing. And he's offensive rebounding at a crazy level for guard. He's in the 90th percentile in offensive rebounding for guards. I don't know what the hell that's about or if it's sustainable, but Kyrie Irving is killing the game right now. And you have to imagine if he's able to – this is not too far-fetched for Kyrie to kind of keep up with, but there's a time where Luka is going to get into in-season form. And, again, they're going to be the most dangerous backcourt in the NBA. Right now, Garland and Donovan Mitchell, your boys, is doing their thing, but the Mavericks – are going to be scary again because Kyrie is extremely locked in. It just ain't – he's damn near playing another all-star level year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
I don't think people talking about it like that, but
Yeah, I wouldn't.
he's the only, like, perennial all-star guy that I got on my list. I just want to give him some flowers because it had been on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
Mine's a little different. Yeah, I got Caris LeVert for the Cavs. I like how they switched it up because you would always try to find like a Max Strus or a shooter to fill that void. But now they have Caris LeVert there, and instead of having to come off the bench and do this thing, it's more so like now everybody can get to the paint and kind of play with the bigs and get them involved. And I like that a lot more because their offense seems a lot more like fluid versus like Donovan Mitchell, just only the one trying to create a shot, or Darius Garland. They got multiple people that can get to the paint. And attached with it is kind of Ty Jerome and his uplift he's had on the court, just scoring the ball and being a spark. We always say that like these champion teams or teams that have the deep runs, you got to find that homegrown kind of talent or that talent. Well, he wasn't always there, but like you got to find that guy that's in the group that can play above his means and kind of give you more than what you thought he would. And he's doing a lot of that.
He could win 6 Man of the Year.
Yeah.
I think he lead the league in plus minus.
That's crazy.
He's been able to like do whatever they needed him to do.
Yeah.
Like I remember one game, it might have been a game against the Pistons. Darius Garland got 2 quick first quarter fouls. And then Caris LeVert came in and was the point guard. And I think he had 6 assists in that 1 quarter alone. And then other times, like Caris LeVert, going to lead our second unit to 19 to 7 run to get us back in this game. And he's been able to do that too. He's a really, really good pick.
I have to admit, scoring is nice. It's exciting. When you have a 6-man that can come in and fill it up, it's always been exciting. I really think that my favorite 6-mans are the ones that do exactly what you were just explaining. That's why I like Naz Reid. That's why I even like a guy like, I'm trying to think, TJ McConnell. There's some other guys that my mind is blanking right now. But I was talking about it in something I was doing, I think the Bulls series, where I like envision Ayo to be that for the team I'm trying to make, where it's like, whatever the team need that night, this dude can come off the bench and try to fill that void. You need some defense. He can come in and give you defense, come in and give you the offense, run the offense, rebound. Like, that's why I think Naz Reid is so good with Minnesota and the role that they have him in, because I feel like a lot of times he can come off that bench and do that.
You mentioned Ayo's name?
In my video.
He's on my list, but one part of his game. Transition Ayo is unfucking guardable.
He is nice.
Oh my God, bro! If he got the ball in the break, just give him the
He's
2
on the
points.
list?
Just for that one.
You know what that
And
is,
he's
right?
Very, very bottom of the list. Ayo and transition.
You know what that
red
is? That's
letter.
that
Yeah, I just
Chicago
retired.
finishing.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
Chicago, bro.
yeah.
He had
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
He had one nice Euro step in transition. I'm like, bro, why don't you do that in the half court more often?
Yeah,
You
can't.
just can't get it
He
on.
always looking so strong.
Yeah, forehead big.
Licking his
Park.
lips and shit.
But yeah, he's literally there for transition alone. Don't talk about the rest.
Who else you got?
I also have Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins was the guy that's on my list.
Ooh.
I think he's doing a good job of – he's getting better as we see him progress throughout his young career. I think this year we're seeing him doing a lot more shot creation and putting the ball on the floor and being aggressive, even though he is playing with Shea, J-Dub, and Chet. I think he is still standing out to me as somebody who is like, I'm still here. I'm coming off this bench, and I'm providing us a big punch. And he's doing it efficiently, too. He's giving you 47% from three. I don't know if that's sustainable. But also, he's shooting 50% from the field, 50% from two.
I had the other role player that they got, Isaiah Joe, is
Big
one of my
Joe.
most underrated.
They
He's
get those
been-
boys contracts for a reason.
Bro, he has been so light. Like, he's literally one of the best 3-point shooters in the
Philadelphia
league.
gave up on him.
I was gonna bring that up. It's like I still cannot believe to this day that they waived him and OKC was able to kind of find this gem. But an underrated defender too. I think for his size and how OKC switches a lot of stuff. I thought, especially in yesterday's game, he did a lot of a good job of keeping people in front. He even got an offensive foul call on James Harden just from sliding his feet and caused some turnovers. But him being able to space the floor and shoot the way he does and play with that fast-paced tempo is perfect for OKC.
I like that. I'm gonna go with Tyler Herro.
Oh, yeah.
Small's gonna love
Tyler's
that.
been amazing.
One of the biggest criticism you had on Ty was his shot selection, long mid-range two guy, good at it, but like can we translate some of those long twos to threes? And he's been able to do that. He's eliminated his long twos. They're down by 20% this season. He's been their best player, like on the Miami Heat. He's been better than Jimmy. He's been better than Bam. He's been better than Hayward Highsmith. It's been him. And he's one of the main reasons why the few amount of wins they have, it's been him down the stretch. So I just want to show my flowers because I'm not saying that he's taking this all-star jump or whatever, but he's been able to take what people have said that he needs to take and translate it to something new, modernize his game. And I thought he's done that really well.
I feel like that could be another one too if he continues to come out the bench. But Jaime Jaquez is a person that can be a six-man and
That
do a
does
lot of
everything.
different things versus just
It's a
school.
good one, Mike.
Yeah.
I was watching UCLA women's ball the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't know his sister played for the team.
Does she?
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
good?
She started.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the little starting lineup like Jaquez. And like, that ain't no damn coincidence.
Hell nah.
I mean, I ain't Google it, but like, no, but
Might
it's
be his
Jaquez
cousin.
UCLA.
Might be his cousin.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Because who did I do that for? I did that for somebody. And I was like, yeah, that's his brother. And he was like, oh, nah, no
You
relation.
talking about Davion Mitchell?
No, it's a dude that plays at Gonzaga. And he has a same last name as somebody that played at Gonzaga. And I was like, just knowing that they was brothers or related. And like,
I thought
Gabriella Jaquez, his
Davion was
sister.
related
Good.
to Donovan for
me
a
too.
long
The
time.
45 is crazy.
The 45 is insane.
I had thought that too.
Well, that's because Donovan's his favorite player.
Another guy I'm gonna mention, and after him, I'm really getting into the weeds of
Oh,
players.
she's in multi-sport athletes.
That's the ones I
Softball,
like,
too.
P.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
I got him too.
Jaren Jackson Jr., my goodness, boy, you are playing like an all-star level. I don't know if you're going to make it, damn it, but with some of these injuries, you might be able to get your ass in there. He is just phenomenal. 70% at the rim, 55% from the field, 41% from three, net rating of 18. The defense is immaculate, of course, when he's on the floor. The dude is shooting 61% on pull-up middies. Like he's having that offensive jump that we all looked at last year and was kind of like, is it because Ja and Desmond Bane and everybody's not there? Is he going to be able to translate it when they come back? He's been able to do it again this year, so it's real to me. And I like the fact that they got more size out there, so we don't have to talk about the rebounding. That's just not what he does. That's fine. That's okay. But you guys act easy to do that. You put him out there. I saw a game where these dudes was running Scottie Pippen Jr., Jake LaRavia, Santi Aldama, Jaren Jackson, and maybe Edie or Brandon Clark. But it was a big-ass lineup out there. And it's like we just out there. And I wanted to talk about them, too, because we talked about the Knicks and the six-man, seven-man rotation. I got to give flowers also to Taylor Jenkins. And I love Taylor Jenkins for the same reasons I love Nick Nurse and with the Raptors and Greg Popovich with the Spurs is because I think what makes the Grizzlies so good is the fact that they're able to find these guys, not only find them, but they then put them in position. Because one of the underrated rookies I was going to mention was Jalen Wells, and they've given him opportunity. Jake LaRavia, Santi Aldama. When Santi Aldama came, nobody knew anything about Santi Aldama.
I got two
Scottie
Grizzlies
Pippen
on my
Jr.
list, too. And one
They
of them,
do a good job
I got
with that.
Scottie Pippen Jr., who I've been talking about. Jay Huff be coming in and doing his thing.
Jay Huff is the other
He's
guy.
like,
yes.
bro.
Jay Huff might have been the guy that was out there with them in that big lineup. Jay Huff, Gigi Jackson, Vince Williams, who's been hurt. Like, they go out and they find the guys and they put the guys out there to play. That's what the Raptors used to do. Fred VanVleet, Pascal, OG, their names now. But Nick Nurse was giving them opportunity and developing them when nobody knew these guys. And a lot of the guys that the Grizzlies be getting, these be guys that don't nobody even want.
Yeah.
Because if they did, they could get them.
Jay Huff was on the Denver Nuggets last year. Didn't work out. got a real contract.
And now they
from
out
the
here talking about
Grizzlies.
Huff stuff.
Yeah, Huff stuff.
So,
Some of
I
my
mean,
favorite
it's just
saying.
like you got to give credit to that type of coaching because when that team gets full healthy,
They're
they're
gonna be
already
deep, man.
7-4. They're going to be deep as hell, and they're going to have guys that are knowing exactly what is expected of them, knowing exactly what to do. And that's something as a Knicks fan, when I'm watching and I'm looking, I'm like, man, let's get Tyler Kolek that confidence and that identity now, because ain't no fucking telling what's going to happen in the playoffs after we just seen what happened.
Yeah.
It's
Tom
a part of
Thibodeau
the
just
game.
don't-
Let's give Huck Porty that chance now because ain't no fucking tell. We just was in the playoffs where we lost all of our guys. I mean, the Pacers won. You give them credit. Injuries are part of the game. But anybody know if we fully healthy, we probably win that series.
Yeah.
Not to shit on the Pacers, but it's just like let's be proactive and understand what happened last year and try to prevent it as much as we can because we did a good job drafting. We have a Kevin McCullers that's on the bench who is a guy that played years of college basketball like Kolek. These guys ain't like Daddy A. He's a young rookie that I can understand at 19 you might don't want to give him too much opportunity. Let's develop him along. But these other guys, these 23 old ass players, they know how to play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Taylor Jenkins. I ain't mean to divert, but
It's just a part of the team building that gets lost when you're a championship contender.
exposure too. I
We're
gotta
gonna
mention
focus
exposure.
on us having a good 8-man rotation for the playoffs, and those other roster spots, of course, you fill them, but you're not thinking about the Jay Huffs of the world. You're not thinking about really, really hitting on a second-round pick because in your mind, it's like a championship season. I feel like that's where the Grizzlies have done well. Jaren Jackson Jr., back to that. Last year, he got so many reps as a guy that was a ball handler in pick and roll, as a pull-up jump shooter, and so on and so forth. He wasn't very efficient, but you're seeing the fact that he got those reps last season translate this year. And again, when they get healthy, that can be a team that's really dangerous. If he is that efficient offensively, he's never going to average the 3 blocks per game like he did in his DPO last season, but I still think his defense is really, really solid as well. You get Ja back from his injuries of his hips and Desmond Bain in there, and
Their matchup nightmare,
that's a
man.
good team.
They can do so many different things. Having a Jay Huff who will dunk on your ass, but can also hit a jump shot too. Santi Aldama with his size being able to space the floor.
he's in
But
the
you have
class
the
of
Zach Edey.
he's in the class of Luka Garza's as a center that is your 11th man, that when he come in a game, he's looking to score immediately. He
talking
don't
about Jay
care
Huff?
about Jay Huff. He
Yeah.
don't care about
I
nothing
think
else.
he's better than Luka Garza.
I'm just saying, but like he comes in and he tries to score.
Oh.
Like a
Mhm.
Mo Wagner.
Mo is a elevated version of these guys. Mo comes in and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna try to dunk on you. I'm gonna try to hit these shots. I'm
Before
trying to be a
Isaiah-
spark plug from 5.
Before iHeart, Mo was the best backup center in the game to me last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
can
Mo
see that.
Wagner was, he seemed like he was the best big in the league. To
Who
me.
did they play
Backup
against the
big.
other night? He had a 8-0 run by himself.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he was
Mo was
talking.
good.
Who was he talking to?
And one thing about Mo, he gonna talk.
Yeah.
Definitely between
He
the two
be,
brothers, Mo gonna
you can
talk.
tell he be loud with it too. Like
Yeah.
he'll scream in your face.
Yeah, we say cheeser, he's definitely a screamer. Dunk, yeah.
Their
Block,
last-
yeah, he get a steal and dunk. Yeah,
it was a
he
game
definitely
against the
yelling.
Wizards. But who was the player though? Damn, I can't remember the player. Either way, he had a little 8-0 run by himself, and he was yelling and doing all stuff. I'm like, oh, that go that passion, that heart that we know he got.
I like the makeup of the Grizzlies team though, because when you talk about playoff basketball, matchups being everything, because they have so many different looks with size, they're going to have some things to be able to figure out. They can match up with an OKC. They can match up with a
They really can run big or small.
Lakers.
honestly.
Yeah, there's so many different ways that they can play, and I like that. So I'm definitely
And Zach
keeping my
Edey
eye
hasn't
on.
even reached his full form yet.
Nah, he has. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, one
he's
thing
a
about Zach
rookie.
Edey though, I love that he is gonna take your ass to that basket, bro.
He had a
Ain't,
3, and he was telling, "Come on, man."
ain't no settling
They
with
did
Zach
change the starting
Edey,
lineup
bro.
though. It's now Brandon Clark at the
It's like,
5.
come on, man.
instead of
Hey,
Zach Edey.
Brandon Clark was gonna make my list, but I ain't want to put another Grizzly on there.
I feel like Zach is one of those dudes that benefits a lot when John Moran is there.
Hell yeah.
And he
Yeah.
just Brandon Clark not so much. So that kind of makes sense that they would switch that once John Morant was out with his injury.
Yeah.
I'll give another name though. I'm gonna go with this tandem. Tari Eason and Amin Thompson.
Hey,
I
Tari
love it.
Eason was.
I
Tari
love
Eason
it.
is that dude, bro.
Them dudes is demons when they check in the game, man.
When
Hey,
they come in together.
So
it's-
damn active.
Everybody on
and disruptive defensively.
Everybody on social media be saying, "I want to hear from my brothers." they should give me a scouting job, right? Because I remember coming on here being like, man, I don't know about y'all. But I said, hey, KB gonna love him some Tari. It's a dude at LSU.
And indeed, I do.
He gonna love him some Tari.
I was a big fan of Tari. The only thing I said,
sure.
I was like, he need to learn how to put the ball in his left hand because in college he did not put that ball in his left hand. Like he refused to.
Absolutely.
Some of their biggest runs have come with those two dudes on the court. Like
Come on,
that,
man.
When they were down by 31 against the Warriors, that's them two. Last night was super fun. The Amen got the start with Fred VanVleet out with his injury, and Tari checked into the game. They have hands everywhere.
Yes, hands everywhere, bro.
There's just one clip that I missed live, but I think it was automatic NBA tweeted if you want to go see it, where it looked like Amen Thompson put on a goddamn jetpack.
Oh, and he chased down and poked
bro.
the ball loose? Yes.
And it looked fake.
They are the high school city team you do not want to play.
But no,
with.
that's
Too many hands.
you do not want to play.
They like Nico Robin.
But just zooming in on Amen. Is he the most athletic player in the NBA?
He's in the conversation.
I think so in the conversations.
Yeah.
He's
Probably
100%
Ja
in the
Morant.
I
You know
think
what,
Ja's
I
the most athletic.
Ja would probably be number
You
one.
know a comparison I got for him
Who?
that just dawned on me? Who was they playing? It was playing a couple nights ago. It wasn't like Fred was playing when I thought of this. But I'm watching them and I'm like, I fake see. Stay with me, Mike, because the jump shot has to get a look. I see Sean fucking Marion.
And who?
Amen Thompson.
Nah.
You don't see Sean
I see
Marion?
I see what you
Oh,
mean though.
Marion. I don't know why. My mind was on Sean Livingston.
Oh.
I see what you mean because, especially since he ain't really gotten the keys, he plays a lot of dunker spot. He plays a lot of
Yes.
like those fill-in areas.
Yeah.
He's
And
rebounding the
And
basketball.
yeah, if he gets the rebound, he's in transition. You
He's
probably
all
in
over
trouble.
defensively. Now, again, Sean Marion can make threes.
Yeah.
So that's the
We gonna
next
work-
step,
he gonna work
but
up to that,
He
though.
will. But I see a lot of go gadgetness of Sean Marion. Sean Marion was a guy that would get. He played a lot more minutes than a men, but Sean Marion at 6'7", he was only 6'7".
The
but
only
he
thing
played,
I say is, Amen is still super young. Like body wise, I don't know if he could consistently be that. Like,
build out to be Sean Marion.
yeah. He seems with his body size, he still seems more of like a guard for some reason.
For sure. That's why.
But that's why I say Sean Marion, because I envision when they first got him, all I thought was guard. But then when they had to utilize him and it was dunker spot and it was being in a position by the rim where he's rebounding, he's blocking shots, I was like, oh shit, like this is like a guard.
Mm-hmm.
A guard and a forward. You like I just made that up. And so you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but that's what's so intriguing about him is there's no way to box him yet because he is so young and the way that they're using him is so intricate that the sky's the limit because there is a world where they can tap into that guard play.
I'm selfish. I want them to trade every veteran and just let the young guys play.
Well, it's coming because they're probably going to not take Fred VanVleet's last year. It's a team option.
Yeah.
So
and with Cam Whitmore just got sent to the G League with Tari Eason playing like this,
I just think he's maybe just not ready.
which is crazy because he was so good last year and he was very good in summer league.
I
And
just don't
thought
know
this-
where he plays.
That's
Because you think about Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason, Jabbar. I don't.
He
I don't-
also is one-minded,
Oh, he's going to that
Yeah.
basket.
and that's
He's
also
shooting.
a problem. He's
He's
going to
shooting.
score.
But
Yeah.
He's not looking to play make.
I
He
like
doesn't
him on the
defend
court
well.
though because he still does like the act. Like he's got super active hands. He plays
He's
good
IO.
defense. He likes to get on the transition. Yeah.
Cam Whitmore is.
He
stay out
adds
the
to
way.
the team nice though.
Stay out the way.
Maybe I just think he just needs a new team. I just don't think this is a team for him to thrive on. I think he is an NBA competent player.
We're gonna see
I
because
just
they're
don't
gonna
think
have
this
some
is the team.
decisions to make. I'm not making that decision right now. Why would I do that if I'm the Rockets?
Yeah.
And what are you getting from moving him? No,
I don't know. I heard Eric Spoelstra really likes him.
but
He does?
I'm just talking.
Oh.
He's talking about Jimmy
Jimmy
Butler.
Yeah.
a lot of
I'm just
these.
talking.
Again, he's young too. Got to be patient. A lot of Rockets fans, because I'll be tapped in with Rockets Twitter because I'm a Rocket fan. They talking crazy about Jabari. So you know,
Yeah, man. I've been seeing a lot of people go back on like their
I
scouting over the
definitely
last
don't
couple
agree.
years.
I definitely don't agree. But I can see some of the frustration, and I can see where you start to look at this team and say, start Tari Eason. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Start Tari Eason.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you have to be more patient with Jabari, because especially when you're trying to compare him to his draft class, Paolo, Chet, like relax.
Bro, Jabari one of my favorite players, honestly.
He
Like,
is.
I think it's more so the idea of Jabari or what he could be.
I think
at
a
his
lot of people
potential.
love the idea
Yeah,
of
the
Jabari.
idea.
But yeah.
I think you have to be patient, but I do understand the criticism because it's super jump
Yeah.
shot heavy. But you knew that when you were drafting him. That was not a secret.
I wasn't
So
expecting him to put the ball on the floor and get to the rim.
that's the
much.
part where I saw fans talking about it, And I was seeing like a Rockets fans be like, we thought we was getting this, and it was Auburn highlights, and it was all jump shots.
They
You
were really
motherfucker-
all shooting. Yeah.
That is what you got. You're just not making it. You know, it's the NBA. It's not Auburn. It's the, you know, so yeah, but I get the frustration. I definitely do. But luckily for them, you have so many guys that if guys don't turn out being what you thought they were, you just start Tari. But, you know, I don't think you should wrap up on the Jabari stuff, though. Still, these guys are way, way too young. I'll throw another player out here.
Go ahead.
I ain't say nothing.
Go ahead, Darrick.
Nah.
Go ahead.
I want to show love to a big fella, man.
Okay.
Neemias Queta has been amazing this season.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
talking about being a great defensive guy for the Boston
I love when
Celtics.
you get in your big
And
man
then-
bag.
His energy seems like it's contagious. Like he just plays with this aggressiveness. He's active in the pass. He's active protect. He's a great rim protector and a shot blocker at the same time. He's a lob threat. He does a lot of great things for the Celtics without actually hindering the team, and he's a rebounding monster. So
It's Robert Williams-esque.
yeah, and I love.
Like
him.
you don't got to do too much with the Celtics. You just got to play hard. You'll be all right.
They throw them lobs to him though.
You just
Yeah,
play
They
hard.
make
You'll
him
be
go
all
get
right.
it. I get another big man. Diabite
Yes.
for the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
He's been really good.
Man,
Don't that he will be okay with not shooting the ball for 26 minutes.
just go get it.
Go get the rebounds, get a couple block shots, and like his advanced stats look disgusting, but like in the good way.
Yeah,
where
hell
the team
yeah.
is so much better when he's
He's
on
one of the top plus minus guys. He's the on and off guy. Like
It's either
he's-
him or Taj Gibson. I'm taking him.
I
right
kept
now.
seeing him in like when I was looking at certain players, so I was like, "Fuck this! I put in 200 minutes. Like, get him. I'm tired of seeing him. I get it. Let me.
he gonna be there once he hit 200. Play for the Clippers
I'll
last
throw
year.
another big man out there. I'm really doing this also because of myself. Like I fell off the train of this guy. I think a lot of us have. He's playing differently. I didn't like. They was trying to have him as this stretch. Isaiah Stewart is holding it down for the Pistons, man.
Oh, okay.
Isaiah Stewart is really doing his thing. Again, he hasn't made a three-point shot this year, which he's not taking too many. He's in the 88th percentile for assist to usage ratio, which is really good for a big. The block percentage is in the 86th percentile, 3% block percentage. Offensive rebounds on the free throws is 77 percentile. That kind of caught my eye. I don't like.
I'm glad they don't have him
Guys
shooting
that-
as many threes too. And part
Me
of
too.
that's got to be because they just have shooters now, so
Is
we don't
that
need you
talent
as
to
a
y'all?
stretch. What happened?
Y'all think that's a skill or it's
What?
luck?
What?
Guys that can get offensive rebounds on missed free throws. Is your team shoot? Kate is shooting and Isaiah
I
Stewart
think
is
there's some
finding
skill
a way
involved.
to get a fucking
It's
offensive
effort.
rebound.
A little bit of
Lot of
skill.
I feel like rebound is one of those just effort stats. I don't think
Yeah,
it
it's
takes skill,
the
but
want.
it's you just gotta want it more.
But then
No,
I
no,
also
Dennis
think about
Rodman.
when that's a real thing though.
Yeah,
I mean,
Dennis
like
Rodman was all effort.
No,
No,
he
but
told
it's-
you there was a
it's-
sance to
Yeah.
it.
Oh
Yeah.
well, yeah. When you see the ball, you can look.
No,
at
he
the
just said
trajectory.
Larry Bird jump shot do this, so I'm on this side.
yeah,
And maybe he was just
Kevon-
gassing it.
No, Kevon Looney.
he said something very
Kevon
similar.
Looney worked out with an offensive rebounding specialist, and when they won the championship, he was doing all the rebounds. That was where that came from.
You
It was
could
an
tell
entire
a lot
article
about like the trajectory
written about
with
it.
like weeks. It's like if
Yeah,
it's like on
when
one
somebody
side, it's
shoot
going
the
to the weak
ball,
side
you
or
can
something
kinda
like that.
see
Yeah, you can
like
see.
where it's going a little bit.
Yeah,
I get that, but if you're saying that as a guy that never even played varsity basketball.
you
So
have to bring that
no,
up.
No,
D-Man.
All I'm saying is, if it's, Mike trying to say it as a shot, I'm just saying, if it was that fucking simple, everybody in the NBA would be able to do it. So there's
Yeah.
something added that these guys, there's
Yeah.
more information than just you can see the trajectory. There has to be something more.
I think it's
Well,
the
like
they
what
want.
you're
also-
saying,
they
when I
also-
it's
when
the
I
want
hoop,
for the
I got
ball.
a feeling for what side of the rim the ball is probably going to come off of.
Yeah.
But I think everybody has that when you play that much basketball. So everybody in the NBA knows that.
But also,
so there's
not everybody
something,
has the same motor.
huh?
Not everybody has the same motor.
Right.
That's
and the will
true.
to
That's
go
true
get it.
too.
Because
but
a
there
lot
has
of
to be,
times it's positioning too. And
but
it's
there's
just
guys
like,
that got motors that ain't doing it either.
they might not be
just
good
get
at
offensive
it.
rebound.
So I guess it is some skill.
It
to
has,
it.
it has to
It
be
is.
something added versus just, man, I know the trajectory. Because everybody ain't doing it. All 7-footers ain't going to have the same offensive rebound rate,
Mm-mm.
No, for
offensive
sure.
rebound percentage. Everybody with a motor ain't going to. So it's like, there has to. I'm just trying to give a little bit more credit to the Dennis Robbins.
Like I would
or
like to
Kevon
ask
Looney.
Josh Hart, what's his method of getting
Boom.
all his offensive
He just
rebounds?
Exactly.
said, "Go get it."
He does it more than
But
some
he-
7-footers.
Go get it.
Yeah, but he has that motor where he's just like literally just relentless.
So you trying to ask him, is it more than motor, or is it just motor?
Yeah.
For him? Yeah.
So he busted his ass to that floor trying to get that loose ball. You know,
We
that
talking about,
seems like
we talking
motor to
about
me.
just offensive rebounding. You
Yeah.
talking about lose ball. Well, I'm saying I think it's for certain people, maybe it is just motor, but there is also an art to offensive rebounding.
Because Jokic gets a
we
lot of
seen
offensive
Dennis
rebounds, and
Rodman said we seen.
he don't
Kavanaugh
really got a
said.
crazy like go get it motor in terms of like you see a lot of offensive rebounders that, but he just gets them because I think he
But
has
he-
like some of the
yeah.
best hands and timing.
But he's
for, like,
also
his
not going to
jump.
get offensive rebounds that's out of his area. Like Josh Hart will get offensive rebounds that's completely out of
I
his
don't know.
area.
I seen Jokic like
We're
I
also
seen Jokic
comparing
tap
Josh
that thing
Hart
up.
to guys who are getting boxed out. Josh Hart plays on a perimeter. A lot of the guys is matching up and guarding him. They're helping off of him,
Just a
Yeah.
deep
and that's
dive for him.
Yeah.
yeah.
straight to the
So it's
basket.
like we got to also keep the comparisons in the same realm.
That's
But
true.
underrated players, I can keep going. We done?
I
Come on.
don't know. I got
got
one
more.
right here. One that's been holding it down, helping the Brooklyn Nets thrive. I'm gonna go Dennis Schroeder.
Okay.
Been doing his thing, and honestly, not even just a basketball perspective, but like the leadership to this team has been different for Brooklyn, and it feels like they ain't had this since basically they had like the run with Kevin Durant and that type of stuff. But Brooklyn, they doing a lot better than I thought they was. He's a big
Me
part
too.
of it.
I had Cam Thomas on my list.
I had Cam Johnson on my list.
Cam Johnson,
They
man,
got
who-
a few guys.
Bro,
on
they
there.
got, hey,
Cam Johnson has been amazing.
Fuck it. Noah Clowney. Fuck you talking about?
bro, Noah Clowney was hooping.
I
He
still
was
remember
hooping.
watching that one player, Cam Johnson, like going to catch the ball and it hit off his hands and he's still catching. He catching.
It was like an anime.
Yeah, it was like damn.
He shooting
then he looked back at
38%
the
from
benches.
three.
Yeah, he did.
38% on 8 attempts a game, man.
You was talking shit about him
Correct.
preseason.
Maybe.
Yeah. I remember everything.
I'm listening.
I'm just.
Oh, I'm just.
I-
I don't remember, it, but I guess
but
it's
I'm not
possible.
saying it in like I'm the Cam Johnson defensive attorney.
That's
I
Kobe
just
White. Yeah.
I remember you saying something.
He's definitely a dude that I would love to see on. A
I said
contender.
somebody about we talked about trading or something. He was like, yeah.
He'll probably end up on a contender at some point this season.
Just
depending
say
on how
hope so,
desperate
yeah.
Just
somebody
keep the
be.
Nets together, man.
Don't.
Let's just see how much.
Don't
I'm
do
just
it.
joking. They need their
It's
draft
killed
pick.
a whole.
But
It
I
would
seen
kill
something
their
that say-
franchise for 10 years.
I seen something that was like Brooklyn is Giannis' only way out.
that was Bill Simmons.
You read it?
I listened to it. Yeah.
Was it like
He said them and what the Clippers or some shit.
He argued the Nets just because they have all the draft capital, and even if they trade for him, they would still have an opportunity to go get more pieces to put alongside him. I'm gonna say no, personally.
I would probably too.
What would be those pieces? I'm curious.
Still have some surplus draft capital, and
They got money.
for free agency or pseudo free agency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I would assume if you have Giannis, I don't think you're going to free agency saying let's get Jimmy Butler.
But if
Because
if you want it, like if you wanted to, you could.
think this.
I
Jimmy Butler
was
just doesn't
I was
seem
thinking
like the
about too
prototypical
like
guy.
players,
Spacing doesn't exist. It's fictional. It's
I
a
was thinking
buzzword
about-
that we made up.
players in a situation like a Giannis, and that I guess that situation came up or something like that. Does it feel appealing to like you're already with another star and it's just not working? Like you're just gonna try to do it again somewhere else?
Well, if he wants to win, you can't win without another star, in my opinion.
Yeah, the last time we seen it, he kind of did it. Him
Yeah.
and Jokic. I didn't look at Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton as these stars. that
Together
were
there was
kinda-
like a combo.
They both were
star.
all stars in their run, so that's the kind of way I'm thinking about in the literal sense. I mean, they weren't top 15
yeah, they weren't
players.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah,
So
but they both had their all-star appearances with Giannis. I got another name, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's making up for Dante DiVincenzo not being able to shoot so far, and he's still one of the better role players off the bench defensively and everything. I think he's just elevated his game once again, which is pretty impactful for the Minnesota Timberwolves, who've been counting on Dante being this X factor piece, and he really hasn't done that just yet. And I think Nickeil's been doing great there.
Yeah, I think Dante will eventually get it going. I mean, this is just something that comes with 3-point shooters. Sometimes you just go through a cold spell. He's also on a new team.
I hate the conversation with Dante DiVincenzo. I really do. I'm a
And,
Knicks fan, so you're not seeing it. But it's like there was a side of Knicks Nation when we traded him that act like he was the best player since since they made bread.
I played a game of rec yesterday. Some dude had a Dante DiVincenzo build. Like he had the hair and everything. All he did was
I can
take
see
the
that.
That's funny.
It was funny.
Then you have the Knicks fans who are now showing his numbers now that was like, this what y'all was talking about? And it's
So
like,
high, so
oh
high,
my
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
goodness, bro. Can we just get some people that's in the middle?
You know what
Dante-
numbers that matter to me? People shooting 91% at the rim when Karl Anthony Towns is there. That's the number that matters.
That's why it's hard to talk about the Knicks because they keep wanting to talk about the trade, bro. If Julius Randle was there, they probably shooting 92%. That's our center rotation. It's Julius Randle and Jericho Sims if we don't do the trade. So it's like the trade happened. Fuck it. My next underrated guy, man. We digging deep, man. We digging deep. Cody fucking Martin. Cody Martin with the Hornets. When I watch the Hornets, I'm watching for LaMelo Ball. I'm watching for Brandon Miller. But every time I've watched them, Cody Martin just does good basketball shit. I'm putting on my GM hat for a second. If you are the Denver Nuggets, if you are the Lakers, if you are the Cavs, even with your season going as good, if you're the Knicks who's only playing 7 men, when you get to that trade deadline, Cody Martin is the type of target you need to have. Everybody talking about the Jeremy Grants of the world. Everybody don't have $30 million to absorb in cap space or to make contracts match. Cody Martin plays winning basketball, and if he goes to a playoff team, you're gonna get some good things from him. Swiss Army knife vet. He's giving you about 10 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 48% from the field, 37% from the three, plus 14 net rating, man. He's doing his thing. I've seen him chase down block on Cade. I've seen him rip up Jason Tatum full court. Seen him do the same thing to Anthony Edwards. He's making corner threes from the Melo. He's doing everything that he needs. 71% at the rim.
I think more teams should honestly go in that direction where you really try to buy low. Not even buy low, but like you find the players that aren't on the top of everybody's list. You know, like you looking at a Jeremy Grant or looking at a Jimmy Butler. Like there's a lot of good players that have been showing out this season.
Yeah, I just like guys like him because again he's making $8 million over the next 2 years. Next year will be his last year on his deal. And like you said, it's everybody's eyeing those obvious names, but like how many guys are out there that you can trust? And when I've seen him with the Hornets, I feel like I would be able to trust him to play 20 minutes a game on a playoff rotational team because, again, he's one of those guys that come off the bench and he's kind of doing whatever you need. And I think it's super important on a team like the Hornets because young players a lot right now are super nonchalant. He's a guy that comes in and is ready to compete every single night for them. And those type of guys are important. So I'm going to give Cody Martin
He's been there for a minute
We
now.
talking about underrated players. We really talk underrated. Cody Martin is like that.
A guy for me who's taken a jump this season has been R.J. Barrett. When you talk about the playmaking jump, him being like the primary guy now with all the injuries to Scotty and Emmanuel quickly, R.J. Barrett has stepped up for that team, and they've been in a lot of close games where they probably shouldn't have been in, and he's been one of the big pieces for that. So
yeah, the playmaking jump has been real, man.
You said what?
The playmaking jump has been real.
Yeah,
that's been the best.
Him in the pick and roll, he's a great decision maker in the pick and roll. Is like I didn't see this coming. I mean, because he's always played with a good point guard.
He had a stretch with New York where I felt like they were letting him rock kind of like as the main ball handler, and he was doing a pretty good job of spreading the ball around.
Yeah, a lot of us wanted to see more of it, but
yeah.
He played with Randall, then he played with Brunson for a little bit, so like it was kind of hard.
Never no need for him to be that. Yeah.
But now it's just kind of him and the guys until Scotty and Art quickly get back.
Ochai Agbaji, since we sit here on the
has.
Toronto Raptors, he's been super, super efficient, man. Super, super efficient. One of the more efficient role players in basketball. And to think, y'all remember how they got him?
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk trade.
Yes, they did. Traded a first-round pick to get him, and that pick ended up being Isaiah Collier. So, been pretty good.
Yeah, I was critical of that trade too. Good trade though.
Yeah.
I'm going to give some love to my boy Naz Reid, man. Naz Reid hooping his ass off. He 50, 40, 90 right now as a big off the bench.
Was he close to it last year, or am I tripping?
I can't.
Oh, look.
Yeah, look for me. 48% on catch and shoot threes right now. Only 8 of his shots have come with more than 2 dribbles, which I just love players who are very self-aware and have an identity for themselves. 42% from corner threes, 47% on non-corner threes. 55% on short middies, which is the 85th percentile, and his net rating is +9.
He was not even
9.5.
close, KB. He shot 73% from the free throw line last year.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Was his other splits close?
Yeah, he shot 50%.
Almost 50, 49.
He shot 47% from the field, and then he shot
No.
from 3.
He
shot 41.
70% from the field?
He said 47.
47.
Oh, boy, I thought you said
47% from
And then
the
what was
field.
his three?
His 3-point percentage last year was 41.
So, okay. Couple more missed shots, couple free throws.
But he only shoots like 2 free throws a game.
I'm extremely happy for Naz Reid because last year, he's one of those players that has a unique game as a big that I could see him having a year like last year. Then next year, maybe having a little, not the same, little drop off. No, it's having a better year on lesser shots. And it's good for him because he's going to then decline his player option, which is only a $2 million increase, if I'm not mistaken. And he'll be able to go into this free agency market and somebody's going to pay him.
Or the Timberwolves are going to pay him.
Somebody's going to pay him, and it's going to be very nice.
Yeah.
It's going to be very lucrative.
Definitely gonna get his bag.
You think the Timberwolves going to pay him?
Probably, yeah.
I
I
think
don't
so,
think
too.
Randall's accepting his player option. I think Randall's opting out as well.
I think they do that trade so they can extend Naz Reid and Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
What that mean for your boy Rudy?
Rudy
Oh,
already
he
got
already
his
signed his
extension.
extension.
Oh,
Rudy
I
got-
totally
and
forgot.
Rudy declined his
Wasn't that
40s.
like 2 weeks
2 or
ago?
3 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I totally forgot
And
about
then
Like
that.
he
right
did-
before
yeah.
game tipped off.
Yeah,
Bro.
he was like, "What the hell?" Yeah,
he declined that $46 million
Absolutely right.
option or some
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Nah, yeah, I remember.
And
I
then-
remember.
Reorchestrated, so he's taking less money, but it's a
Yeah.
longer deal. So
yeah, and it's like a very team friendly. It's like $30 million a year now.
No,
So
yeah, I remember.
It was
It was
Unfortunately-
right before tip off.
Uncle Mike
The
has not
Laker
looked
game.
great.
Yeah,
it's father time though.
Yeah, it's
it,
sad.
it might be his wrist. If it is, chill out.
Yeah.
Rob Dillingham come in.
True.
I got
let Ant run.
I got
let
no
Ant
more.
run the one.
I
Some
just
of the
got,
other
I
ones
just got
we
names
talked
to
about
throw
already.
out. Like I said, Jalen Wells, Chris Dunn, Dean Wade, Najee Marshall,
Chris Dunn was
Kason
definitely
Wallace.
on my list. So.
Chris Dunn's on
And
my
you know I'm
list.
gonna throw this guy out, even though it's been 5 games. Mike, Cam Reddish. I like what I've seen.
I was
with
thinking
Cam
about putting
Reddish
him
in
on the
5
list.
games.
He better take advantage. This is kind of like his
He-
make it or break it.
I agree.
This is his make
I
it or
agree.
break it.
I agree.
And he got
KB,
his
you ain't got to
opportunity?
make that fucking face. Nobody's saying he's Paul George 2.0 no more. Motherfuckers are just saying he's playing solid in the 5
I'm
games
happy
he's
that he
played.
finally grew up.
You need to be
yeah.
holding some motherfuckers on your team with that. Let's talk about.
I'm
let's-
just making fun
let's-
of Mike.
Let's do the opposite.
I'm just making fun of
Because I
Mike.
watched Patrick Williams the last
He had
couple
his
times.
first double-double. Woo!
out there just tweaking.
Shout out to Cam. I was just making fun of Mike, who told Cam Reddish to grow up when he had only played 40 NBA games.
I did
He
not
all grown
remember
up
that.
now?
Oh, you
He
don't remember
did.
that at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
We all was
remember
like,
that.
wait,
I don't remember the
he only in the
context of it.
second season.
We were just talking about the Hawks not living up to expectations. I think it's a year after they made
I
the
said
conference
Cam Reddish
finals
gotta
run.
grow up.
I just wish Cam Reddish would just grow up already. And we like, what? He's 21.
What the fuck does he even mean by that? What does that mean for an NBA player?
He just
In
wasn't
their
mature
second year.
enough.
What's
They said he's into golf though, so he's matured.
Cam Reddish golfs.
I just
Yeah,
got
they
a
said.
text.
I didn't expect to hear that a couple years
Same.
ago.
I just
I
got a
didn't
text
expect
from
to hear that
Jonathan
today.
from the 6 Man Show. Malvin Holiday capsule goes crazy.
Oh.
Speaking of golf,
I'm on it. Yeah, those are some of the most underrated players in ball.
yeah. Hopefully, I tried to really dive deep so everybody in our fan base could be satisfied. Because I knew we was gonna do the Christian Browns. I figured R.J. Barrett, but y'all even got some Cody Martin. Who did you say? You gave one that was in the weeds too.
Diabite?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's our boy Diabite, man. And we all had Chris Dunn, right?
We all had
Chris
Chris
Dunn
Dunn.
has been
Okay.
good, bro.
And we all had
Amir
Tari
Coffey.
Eason.
We all had Tari Eason.
Nobody brought up Amir Coffey.
Amir Coffey's another one.
Amir
Can't
Coffey,
Can't miss, man.
Amir Coffey is a good one.
No, he right. This collaboration does look pretty dope. Talk to me though. Oh no, we had to get him the 5 minutes of fantasy football. They
Come
really
on.
enjoy that. We had another week where
I gotta
nobody really
hold this
won.
to squeeze it because of the
Except
week I just
for-
had.
Yeah,
Yours
That's for the
truly.
mic.
Mikey Wakey did end up winning. The rest of us lost.
Who
this
did you
week.
play?
I played Smalls team.
Man, it's a bad roster.
Everybody
was.
wins this week against him, right? He had the lowest amount of points.
I could double check.
I think I had the lowest amount of points.
What'd
He
you
had
have?
57
I don't know. I didn't have a
points.
single person score a touchdown for me.
Yeah, he had 57.
You did. You had 55 points. He had 57.
Yeah, this is the week to play KB shit.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at myself because I sat Kyler Murray because of the way he performed against the Bears. I thought there was a chance he might struggle against the Jets defense. And he came out and had
Tore
one of
him
his
up.
better week. And I set him for the opposing quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, who gave me 4 points too. If I just say fuck that and ride out with my boy, because
Yeah.
Kyler Murray is my boy, we win the week. So
They had-
I deserve that loss.
They had 58 offensive plays and 28 first downs against the Jets, which is like just some crazy numbers.
What's the
Even
number
James
for the
Conner,
Jets? Because they couldn't do
they
shit.
were awful. Yeah,
And
they were
then
awful.
you had Garrett Wilson who didn't perform for you just because Aaron Rodgers wasn't on shit.
Yeah. I'm starting to shop some players around.
It's the
to-
trade
to
deadline.
the other people. Oh, is it
Yeah, it's
really?
the
Yeah, it's
last
the trade
week. It's the
deadline.
last week.
Oh no, I'm serious. I didn't know it was a trade deadline.
Let's trade deadline.
Because I got some players that obviously I really like, but I'm trying to get some more depth on this
Hey,
roster.
I wanted to hold on to Brees because the end of the year, you see a bunch of green.
Mhm.
I may have to shop.
Okay. What you looking for? Wide receiver
I'm
help,
looking
running
for
back
fucking
help?
talent.
Okay.
I'm
I
looking
like
for
that.
winning players.
Okay.
I'm on a 3-game skid. Not worried a bit. Because
You
even if
want to tank
playoffs,
deal?
huh?
You want to tank deal?
No.
Why that's so funny?
Because it's Tank Dale.
Is CD your top?
I'm not giving
is
my-
CD your top guy to try
I'm
to
not
trade?
giving my fucking first round pick.
Um,
for
Because
your
Dak
I'm not
Prescott
saying
is
first round.
I
I'm
think
not
Dak
saying
it's
first
questionable
round
if
pick.
he's out for the season now.
Yeah. I mean, CD is one of the guys. I'm not too worried about CD though. I think he's still going to get some good volume. It's a matter of will he get touchdowns.
I'm
That's
not
the real
worried
question.
about CD because of his volume. CD volume, get it?
Yeah. But I also got like Garrett Wilson is also potentially on the block. So I got a few guys. So if you want to hit a brother up,
Like I didn't even know, like last week I was like, Brian Thomas got 2 targets or 3 targets. But then Trevor Lawrence didn't play.
Yeah.
So his backup was abysmal when I looked at the app. It said
Mac
that,
Him use a
Jones?
new word.
yeah, Mac Jones.
it said that he was abysmal, and I was
What'd
like,
you just say?
Got him to use a new word. Wait, you said he was abysmal, or they
I
said
think
he was
he's
abysmal?
saying it because he saw them say it.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
he said they said he abysmal.
And I was like, that's such a strong word.
He
for
said,
how
I'm stealing that
performed."
shit. Must be in bad.
And I was like, damn, Brian.
The question is like it has to be one of the bad teams, right? It has to be. But John doesn't have anything. John doesn't
John's
have
roster
anything.
literally doesn't have shit.
It's like his wide receiver 1 is like a wide receiver 3 on his own damn team,
Yeah.
which makes no sense. I could go with Caleb, but Caleb
He's
is on
not-
his 3-game
he's not
win
trader
streak,
shit.
and he's not a trader. I mean, then it's you, and then it's Smalls. Maybe I can talk to Smalls.
I'm gonna
about
throw
doing
Brees
some
on the
deals.
block right now. It's just hear offers.
Like Smalls has a deep roster, I guess.
He got his ass busted.
He's got a lot of wide receivers.
I had Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts.
He had 3.
DJ Moore, the Bears did not have the best game, so he got 4 points.
I wonder if he would. He's not going to trade me Jonathan Taylor in any of these trades.
I was excited when I got TJ Hawkinson, but DJ Moore, I was like, this is decent.
Did he perform well?
Yeah, he gave me like over 11 fantasy points.
Oh, that's pretty good from the tight end spot this season, man. Maybe I talk to Austin. Me and Austin do another
I
deal.
might be in trouble this week though,
That's
because
crazy.
Chuba Hubbard, he on a bye. And
Don't do that,
I
dude.
don't got no running back, bro.
Oh, let's
I
talk.
gotta put
then.
Jerome Ford right there.
Let's talk then. What you got? I could give you a running back that can play this week.
Same. I got
With a
Jalen
green
Warren.
matchup too.
Jalen Warren's been really, really solid.
I mean, anything on my bench can go, except for
Anything
Baker
on my
Mayfield.
bench, huh?
It's hard to see who's on the wire because we don't know who put claims in. We won't know till tonight.
The only people with real value on my team probably Tank Dell, James Williams,
Let me
Evan
get Tank Dell
Ingram.
back, bro.
Can I get a solid running back back?
Yeah, I
It
got
could be
you.
A little
I
bit of
can give
equal
you
value.
I can give you Vontae Williams.
I might have to check him out. But that's something I need. I'm just overloaded with receivers, and I really don't have no running backs.
I'm gonna make some deals happen. All right, that's all for the fantasy football. As of today, the standings go. I'm in second place in our league. Mike is in third. Pierre is in fifth. Darrick is in 10th.
It's like a 4-way tie for 10.
You're in
And
tenth.
yet you're still 10th.
4-way tie for 10.
It was a 4-way tie for 7th,
Yeah.
and it goes down to 10th.
Yeah.
So he in 10th though, because
Yeah,
it goes
he's in
by
10th.
points, right?
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
last of points. So interesting stuff. All right, what else we got on Unplugged?
What did I want to? I had something I did want to bring up. Oh, let me ask y'all this. It's basketball related, but I'm just curious y'all mindset. So I'm gonna paint this picture for y'all, and then I want y'all to give y'all input on it. I feel like I know y'all already, but I'm gonna just see. So the other night, the Knicks play the Pacers. The Pacers win the game. During this game, I want to say it's his third quarter. Tyrese Halliburton takes a one-legged three-point shot, and Ben Shepherd loses the ball off his foot in like the next possession. So I make a tweet. I say, I love when a Pacers try to do too much. And third quarter goes on. Fourth quarter goes on. Pacers win the game. After the game, I get a tweet from a Pacers fan saying, Pacers own your Knicks, right? I end up quote tweeting. It's all love. It's nothing malicious. He always does this. He did this last week, but it was with a Fiji bottle, and I tried to show you. I don't think you caught on to it. That's impressive. You are
Appreciate it.
throat goat. Anyway, I quote tweet the tweet, and I'm like,
And you shaking your head like, well,
yeah, I
you got a
am.
point.
I get it tatted.
That's crazy. I say this is why they call y'all front runners. Because this ain't our first time playing y'all. The Knicks, we played y'all, and I ain't really hear much from y'all Pacers fan.
They lost by 25.
We go back and forth or whatever. Then out of the woodwork, some other Pacer fan comes to quote my tweet. And he's saying, like, in so many words, he's saying he doesn't understand people talking shit when they not winning. And we go back and forth for the conversation, and I'm just like, I thought that was what everything was about. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to talk shit during the game, before a game. But it was a few people who were literally like, nah, I talk shit only when I'm winning. And I'm like, is that like did I overthink it, or does most people feel like the talking shit value is to do it?
I think most people will talk shit when
while they're
up.
winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
Luka
that's
said they
pretty
talk
normal.
when they up.
Who said that?
Luka, they talk when they
What
up.
about the Suns?
Yeah.
About the Suns? Yeah.
But I see what he says. But at the same point, like talking shit while you down is like, I think it gives it more like oomph to it than just talking shit while you up.
I think
you
the
know what I'm
real
saying?
competitive nature is being able to talk shit.
Right.
It's not, first of all, we're not saying down or up. Just talking about, you could talk shit when there's nothing going, we don't know the result. I'm just saying, for people to say that they only talk shit when they're winning is like the stupidest shit ever to me, because it's a duh. Imagine if FanDuel said, hey, Mike, place your bet, but the wage of the bet you put after the fucking bet. Of course you would be the best at FanDuel. You bet, you lose. Hey, I was a $1 bet. You win. I put 50,000 on that one. Duh. So I was like, of course. It's so easy to talk shit. That's why I posted the Michael Jordan video, when it's like a real man talk shit when the score is even, or when he's down. Because anybody can talk shit when you're up 7.
Yeah.
Anybody can fucking do. The worst player in our friend group can talk shit if his team is up 11. No, John can be like, hey, KB, your ass weak. Knowing damn well he's, the worst hooper out of the group. But it's like, duh. So that I'm like, that's.
No, I put that video in the chat where Draymond was talking about Keyshawn and Bub talking shit to him. And they're like, they almost the weakest team in the league.
But
you talking to Draymond Green, who's a multiple-time champion, and
what was
shit.
his response for that?
He said, y'all talk. And it was like, yeah, we talk. And he's like, bet. And they going back and forth. But I think it's just also part of the game to naturally talk shit. Nobody's getting like butthurt after that if you just really in it for the game. You know
That's
what
the
I'm
point
saying?
that I was making. And he said something about like Knicks fans wasn't talking shit. And I was like, it's all love, but you sound kind of crazy because you're replying to me talking shit after we lost. So you can't say Knicks fans are cricket, but that's what it's all about. I like talking shit. I don't even really do it as much as I used to, because a lot of times people get so butthurt and it means so much to them. And I also think Twitter is just a tough place to do it because you can't read tone.
Yeah, cadence.
So it's like I kind of chilled on it. But when I do run across people that I can talk shit with in exchange, it makes it fun. Like when the Sixers and us played and I was talking shit to the Sixers fans, and once the series was done, it was nothing but respect. That's what the epitome of competitive nature is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in a 2K league, you hate when a weak-ass person so happens to get you on the day and they just start talking shit. Because on any other day, they can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
So it's like you wouldn't. So okay, now let's play now, right? Let's play a whole different game. Are you gonna talk shit? No.
Yeah. Or
And
you
to
be
me,
like,
that's borderline
or no,
cowardness.
you know what I seen? Or it'd be like that weak person wins the game and you'd be like, run it back. Because you obviously know you probably
They don't
gonna
want to.
Man, I'm gonna leave you with that loss.
Yeah.
They're like, come on now.
Because the threat of them losing takes away that pool. And that's the thing to me where it kind of borderline. And I'm not calling anybody a coward. I'm just saying it's like cowardly. Because the fear that's stopping you from talking shit is losing, which to me is inevitable in anything competitive. You're going to lose.
Yep.
So it's like I never was surrounded or competed with people like that. That was like, hey man, don't say nothing unless we winning. Like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I talk shit during, and I'm a Knicks fan. Knicks fans was talking shit when Marcus Morris was our best player. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
We was talking shit before we got KD, Zion, and Kyrie. You see how I said before? We talk shit like as if that happened or if it was
Bro,
etched in.
I love this shit, man.
I love it too because we competitors.
Because we get the
you talk
moments
shit.
too. We get the moments too. When Grant Williams says, I'm gonna make both.
Yes.
And you go
Hey
out
man,
there and
go
miss
talk
both.
to the players on y'all favorite fucking teams and ask them this shit. Not too many NBA players who are the most competitive people in the world is gonna say, man, I only talk shit when we winning. No, because what the fuck? What are you scared of? To lose? You gonna do that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck up out of here with that weak ass shit, man. Grow
Unless
some
you-
fucking balls.
Unless you're like a guy like Kawhi who probably just don't talk at all.
Yeah, no, that's the people who just don't talk shit, they're exempt from it because they just don't talk shit. But Kawhi is also not a guy who I've ever seen be stale, then they win and he telling us something. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. He keeps it the same way. Win, lose, or draw, he's him. But those people who be like this, All of a sudden, yeah, what? Hey, man, stop talking to me.
Hey, talking shit. If you the wrong person talking shit, it can really set something off. Like, not in a bad way, but it's just like, if you was the weakest person on the team, you like, man, we just bust y'all ass knowing damn well you didn't do shit.
You might should shut your ass up.
You might as well shut your ass up.
But even if you're the best player and you talk shit and y'all lose, it just gives you that much more added motivation. You only sign up for what you can carry. So it's like, I don't mind talking shit and losing because I know I can carry that. But everybody else
Let me give you an example. Like, we could be playing in like our little tournament or whatever.
Yeah.
We lose a game and Dom would come in there like, y'all better not be switching bills after that. They're like, bro,
this ain't no example. That's a true story.
Said, Dom,
are you funny?
Ain't nobody switching bills because of you, bro.
I was watching your stream,
That was
your
real.
last one when you had the tournament, and I think y'all went to game 3. Somebody from the opposing team came into y'all Discord, said, it's real quiet up in here. And I was thinking to myself, that would have pissed me the fuck off.
That's how they be, man. That's how they be.
It's real quiet up in here.
And I think did Devin say that?
It was either Devin or Dom, bro.
Devin is the type of person that does that.
Somebody's like, Devin, I didn't even know you was on the
Bro,
floor. And you said,
it was
still a
it
champion.
was game 3.
Devin is the guy he was
Devin,
talking about. When Devin beats you and you say run it back, Devin is the guy that'll be like, no, hold that L for a couple of days. Because
I would only do that against one of the homies because I
Right.
know it'll piss them off. That's the only time I would do that.
But it's nothing worse than when a weak ass person talking shit when they silent any other time. That's why them screenshots you said was funny as hell. Because I know A Boogs was fuming because he know he better than Devin.
Yeah, bro.
Devin
A-Bugs lost
say-
to Fredo.
Hey, bro, he needs to give up on that game.
Bro, he was talking about last night. He said, man, I lost to Fredo because
It
the
happens, though. It
playing
happens.
is I think the Wednesday is Loki to start the playing. We'd put like a vote for it or whatever.
Am I still in the playoffs? Because
I'm pretty sure you is.
fuck.
You have a
I played a
decent record.
Yeah, I played a lot of games and I fell
And
back.
so he came into the league
But I
with an
wanted 2
0-4
lottery
team or like a bad record team. So he's trying to fight to get to the playoffs. And he's like, man, I'm finna play Fredo. That's an easy W. He ended up losing the game.
See, that's what he get, talking shit.
Yeah.
Talking shit. What I gotta check Devin record because I got his first round.
Bro,
pick.
is he on a win streak? I don't think so. I think
He's
I
below
think he's in the
500 still, right?
play-in.
Yeah.
I don't. He might be just in the play-in.
I need him to not make the playoffs so I can get my lottery pick. But yeah, try Kava too. Eat Kava. Talking to you too, KB.
What's that? It's a
Eat-
restaurant?
eat it.
What cuisine is it?
Mediterranean, but it's like
Chipotle.
no sweet green.
Oh,
What is it called?
Kava.
Is it local? Like
It's one in Oak
around?
Park.
Okay.
Trust me.
Well, when I type it up, some dude pop up. So I don't know if that's.
Oh, that's the head chef. He go to
He
every
be going
location.
crazy.
Nah,
Oh,
try
I
Kava.
spelled it wrong. That's the problem. Put it with a K.
CAVA.
Got it.
I
That's a
went
hit though.
twice in 2 days.
You
I
drove
went-
all the way to Oak Park for this food?
I went all the way. He act like Oak Park.
Depending on the
I don't
traffic,
drive
man.
nowhere for food, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I don't drive like.
Oh, but no, me and my girl
I've seen
always
this in New York, by the way.
we always go to Oak Park anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd be vibing out there.
Bro, Elena be like, let's go to Bibby Bop or whatever. I'd be like, nah, that shit too
Bibby
far.
Bop.
I can't go.
Where's the Biddy Bop near you? Or was it not? That's
It's
why.
in Naperville.
It's in Naperville.
Okay.
So it's like 15, 20 minutes away. But
Biddy Bop is pretty. It's a hit, bro.
I don't be going because it's too far. I'll be going.
It's a hit.
It just depends on what it is.
I ain't
Like
had it
yeah,
in a
I'm
minute.
not driving to Naperville for no food because I don't fuck with Naperville. I'll be in Oak Park anyway though. So it's like catch a vibe, get something to eat, chill, go to one of the spots, whatever.
Bro, you know,
Pops live over
I
there.
don't know if y'all ever had them, but Trader Joe's, have y'all had their mozzarella sticks?
Yes.
Bro,
Fire,
them the
bro.
best mozzarella
What?
sticks I
That's
ever
what
had.
I told Dana. What is that shit that they putting on them motherfuckers?
I don't know. The way they be seasoning their food and they already come like
You never
seasoned, they
had
be
them?
like,
Nah.
damn.
Is it
Hey,
frozen?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
okay.
are hands
It's like-
down the best mozzarella sticks I've ever fucking had, and they come out super.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, like perfect.
Damn,
bro.
my freezer.
Because
Right
you know
now,
how
I
like
keep a
you
bag.
sometimes you'll get like a pack of frozen mozzarella sticks and they got like that frozen
Yeah.
taste to it, and
Yeah.
they
Nah,
don't
these
taste
motherfuckers
right.
season 'em
These
with
taste
something.
like they damn their restaurant, bro.
They chicken tenders are good too. Have you tried
They
the
green
chicken?
bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
I was
yeah.
making raps with them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
that
yeah.
green bag of chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been eating so many wraps, bro.
Mhm.
Because I got the high carb, high protein, high fiber wrap. And I've been like having 2 wraps.
Put me
a day.
on.
I
Send me a
might actually
picture.
do that when I get home. I might stop at the store and give
Well,
me
you know, I'm
like
trying to gain. So that's like, having that extra protein and the extra carbs. all
Give me
Even
that.
if you
some,
ain't trying to
chicken
gain, a
tenders
lot of
tomorrow,
us
make a
that
wrap.
be, a lot of like the normal
Talking about the fiber.
protein amount we
Okay.
needed per day, a lot of us don't be hitting it.
None
if
of
we're
us
being
hit the
honest.
fiber goal, like with how much fiber you're supposed to eat. and I've been trying to do that too. So I'm a little bit more gassy than normal.
I got a cob
A lot of
waiting on me at the
beans.
crib. What type of beans?
Black, lima, pinto.
I like black beans.
Y'all
the
get
most.
beans, so you get them at Chipotle?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Pinto beans, yeah. I haven't really cared for the black beans at Chipotle.
Okay.
I have a lot of like
You
we
like
use a lot
refried
of black
beans?
beans because we make a lot of like
You like refried beans?
Yeah.
Them bitches
refried
so,
beans be good too.
bitches so weak, bro.
It
It's
depends on
because
where
you
get
can't. You
them
have to
from.
mix it with other stuff. It can't just be like.
I've gotten it at like a Taco Bell. type
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Shit
Oh,
weak.
taco. You can't compare it.
I was gonna
Taco Bell
say you
shit
usually
weak
got to
as
put
hell.
like cheese on it. You got to mix it with your
I
rice.
fuck with
and-
Taco Bell.
You know what I'm saying?
You went up there
Yeah.
and don't eat Taco
No,
Bell?
but I'm saying comparing a refried beans to like actual Mexican
Oh, I see what
restaurants,
you mean. You're
then
right.
You're
yeah.
gonna
Oh,
get a
yeah,
bad
yeah,
experience.
For sure. But I can get the idea of what they are and what they do, and they just I
Not from
don't
Taco Bell though. I'm
I
telling
don't
you,
I don't like them on no taco.
He got to go to
Oh,
the
yeah.
place by me, D Mills.
they pissed me off last time. so-
Get
Why?
into it.
I remember I told you I had a steak burrito from there and it was just really bad.
Oh, it was.
They
They usually
They're
food be
gonna
on
have the
point.
most food problems, boy.
Derek, bro, you had me in tears the other day, and I didn't. I was gonna take a picture of me crying, laughing, but I didn't. So our boy Tyler is a Marine. He's almost done. He's not a veteran technically, but we
Yeah.
did wish him a happy Veterans Day and appreciate his service. So we all say a happy Veterans Day to Ty. And then I put a screenshot of the Outdoor Boys where they did a 6-day jungle survival camping with no food. It's the Marine Corps. So I asked Tyler, did you do this? Derek said, that sounds awful. And immediately I started laughing at that because I'm sure that sounds awful to you because
No
it says
food.
no food.
Oh no, it was just also just. Well, I'm pretty sure they just had to survive.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
going. Then I said, yeah, man, they was eating cicadas and snakes. Tyler said, I didn't do that necessarily, but I was in that jungle in Japan. And then he said, I didn't eat the cicadas, but I did try snake. And Derek said, is snake tastes good? And I'm like, bro, you are a crazy ass dude.
Bro, you know, I was dead laughing this morning, bro. D Mills, I walked in, D Mills was eating his breakfast or whatever. And Pierre had walked in a little bit later and he said, he's just playing around. He's like, man, he's like, give me your wallet. And he's acting like he had a gun. And he was laughing like, D Mills gonna give him the food. Or he gonna give him the wallet. He ain't giving him that food.
no.
He said, put the sandwich down. He's like, nah, you gonna get that wallet, but you'll fight for that food. Is that the same thing you got last week?
No, this was from here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't feel like stopping nowhere. I'll just eat at the office.
Yeah, I still haven't tried any of the food in
I think I had
the deli.
When they shit good,
I had a
it's
milk
good.
from them.
I actually haven't had anything
Well, I
bad.
had a panini.
Honestly, have you anything bad?
No.
Yeah, the panini is what I would get.
Yeah,
That
the
bitch would hit.
paninis. Yeah, the office. The food over there is pretty consistent.
Yeah, it's
It's
good.
usually the same two dudes. They know what they're doing. So, like,
You know,
I feel like when
the
you get
comments gonna say
inconsistency
you're
with
gonna do a review.
restaurants is when you consistently when there's like a consistent rotation of different people. Like everybody ain't gonna make shit the same.
The analytical details that you pay attention to with the food shit never seems to amaze me.
We still haven't used all the other like
Amenities?
things about the facility, the
Because
conference room, the workout room.
I feel like the times I tried to use my card in the workout room, it didn't.
Agreed. Yeah, I
So
keep
it's so
forgetting
inconsistent.
to hit
That's
They
that.
need
why
a
I would-
basketball court in here.
I would go work out in that motherfucker all the time, but you did an interview with Shams, and I was like, I'm gonna come because I'm gonna work out. That motherfucker said, no. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, bro. So we need to figure out when can we use it? Do the keys work? And what time do it close? Because I definitely use that instead of getting a gym membership. Because when we was looking at the place, dude made it sound, man, it's 24 hours, come in whenever you want. You can bring a motherfucker with you.
Showers.
Yeah. Motherfucker try to use it. Nope. Damn, bro, it's 7 o'clock. 24 hours to 7 o'clock. 2 different times. That's a wrap, though.
We appreciate y'all listening or watching this episode of Numbers on the Board. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we will see y'all on Saturday.
Peace.